Alrighty, check, check, check. One, two, three. What's going on, guys? Here, let me put this down a little bit. Hopefully, you're all doing well. Let me turn this off real quick. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness, it is opening day, guys. What is going on? I know that we just had like a little bit of like a weird energy at the beginning. I'm sorry, I was like a little distracted by that ad. Once the game starts, I will turn that on. So, yeah, man, we got a new setup. We're ready for some Phillies baseball. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. Yes, 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 yes. That is exactly correct, my guy. Oh, my goodness. I've been waiting for this day for a very long time, and there is something that is just so exciting about seeing this team back out there on the diamond and calling games and, being able to just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And the weather is not even going to play a big factor because they have a dome out in Texas. They're at Globe Life Field, and Nola will be taking on Jacob DeGrom. Oh, that's going to be so cool. Last season, Nola had 32 starts. He was 11-13 with a 3.25 ERA, and Jacob DeGrom in 11 starts was 5-4 with a 3.08 ERA. But how about a 102 to 8 strikeout walk rate? That's just absolutely incredible. Let me know what your thoughts are and if you think that the Phillies are going to come out victorious in this game and what they're going to have to do offensively and from a pitching standpoint. So just comment down below. If you're also new to my channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell icon too so that way you know when I upload, when I go live to do Phillies games or Sixers games or Patriots games as well. They're not starting just yet. My gosh, I'm like looking at the Philly Fanatic right now, and like I already have goosebumps. I am looking at Bryce Harper holding the NL pennant, seeing Tom Verducci there. Oh my gosh. I have to tell you, I was there last year when they were playing against San Diego, and I always tell people that it was like watching a movie. I had to bring my earbuds with me, and the Phillies were down 4-0 in the playoff game. And it was the first inning, okay? And everybody's starting to boo, like, hey, it's starting to get that time. And I know he's not going to be available this year, but Rhys Hoskins comes up, and in that bottom of the first inning, Schwarber gets on, and then the first pitch that I remember seeing, he just whacks it out of here. And all of a sudden, as soon as that happened, the decibels were just so loud, and I got a notification on my phone that if I don't have earbuds in, I'm probably going to go deaf. Like, that's how loud it was. It was extremely insane, and the Phillies came back, and they won that game. I have goosebumps. I have the chills. And that ride last year was really something, and I cannot wait to see what happens this year and specifically today. But yeah, how do you guys feel? How do you guys feel that baseball is back right now? I want to hear what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. Feel free to, comment down below and give me your thoughts. Also, if you're new to my channel, I think I mentioned this, but now I'm starting to kind of forget things. If you're new to my channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell icon. If you're watching me on Facebook Live, on Twitter, on Twitch, you name it. I think that the Rangers, so far, I mean, hey, this is a team that is going to be fighting for the AL West. I don't know if they're better than Seattle, but I think that they have a shot this year, actually, with the way that things are going, at least to compete for a wild card spot. Seattle, I think, should be the I'm sorry, Houston. I always forget Houston's in that division. For some reason, like, sometimes, like, in my brain, I still registered that the Houston Astros are still in the National League. I don't know why. But Houston still is in that league. So, yeah, Texas will be competing for a wild card spot. But Jacob DeGrom is certainly nothing to sneeze at. He is an ace, and he has obviously dominated the Phillies for so many years. So, I just really want to see the Phillies just put up some good at-bats. And Trea Turner, watching him in that uniform in the pinstripes, I cannot wait. First pitch, first at-bat. Okay. Here we go. So the Phillies will be batting first. They're in Arlington, Texas. It'll be Trea Turner, Kyle Schwarber, JT Realmuto, Derek Hall, will be batting cleanup. Nick Castellanos batting 5th. Oh my gosh, I love this lineup already. Bryson Stott batting 6th. Alec Boehm 7th. Jake Cave 8th. And Brandon Marsh 9th. So Trea Turner is playing over at shortstop. Kyle Schwarber is DHing today. JT is playing at catcher. Derek Hall is playing over at first base. And I'm trying to think of who else. Marsh is playing out in right field. And, yeah, who else am I missing? I don't know who else I'm missing. All right, let's, without further ado, let's get this up here. No, it still isn't up just yet. Do I have to refresh this page? Oh, let me wait till after first pitch. I'm trying to get, so the other thing too is that I'm trying to figure out, this is like also a little bit of a trial on error. Like once we get going and once we do more and more Phillies casts, it's going to get easier for me to figure out the whole setup. But I do like this whole layout here. Turner comes up to the plate first and he swings and fouls the first pitch off, which was in the dirt. And the Phillies are underway now. The 2023 season is here. DeGrom's second pitch, swing and a miss by Trea Turner. Back-to-back breaking balls. Turner last season batted .298. He had 21 homers and 100 RBI. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the third pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. So Trea Turner, in his first Phillies at-bat, strikes out on 3 pitches that were all off-speed pitches. And they were just over the heart of the plate, too. All right, let's get rid of this closed captioning here. So now that'll bring up Kyle Schwarber, and I totally forgot that I have to do my lineups here. Schwarber takes the first pitch up high. It was a 99-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. All right, so do I have to refresh this? Let's wait. Pitch number 2 of the at-bat. The 1-0 pitch. Schwarber swings at it high and deep to right field, but it should be playable. And the center fielder will make the catch for out number 1. So 5 pitches and 2 outs for Jacob DeGrom. Okay. Let's try to figure this out. All right, we'll actually do it in between the innings. Whoops, that's not the right one. Okay. All right, so that'll bring up JT Realmuto. Realmuto takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. JT thought it was a little bit off the plate. JT batting .276 last season, 22 homers and 84 RBI. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. The second pitch is on the outside, or just a little bit off the plate, I should say, and it's now a 1-1 count. Yeah, the pitch clock it goes by really fast. The 1-1 pitch. JT will ground that one foul to the third base side, and it goes out of play. 2 up, 2 down to start things off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. DeGrom gets set, kicks, and deals on the third pitch. And JT lays it off. It was an off-speed pitch that was low and outside the zone. There's Bruce Bochy, the the manager for the Texas Rangers. The 2-2 pitch on the outside corner called strike 3, and Jacob DeGrom retires all 3 Phillies batters. So a strikeout to Trea Turner, a fly out to right field by Kyle Schwarber, and a strikeout by JT Realmuto. And now the Rangers will come up. And that was a quick first inning. I know that these games are going to go by so much quicker now. It's absolutely insane. Okay, so now I need to refresh this page, I guess. So how do we do that? Wait, where is... Now I hear an echo. Hello? Is somebody spying on me? Oh, there it is. Okay, let me mute that tab. Okay, so let's... No, wait. That's not it. Where's this coming from? Where is this coming from? Oh, there it is. I see that now. I'm on Twitch. Okay. There we go. All right, now, okay, good. The scoreboard is up to date, and now this can come, right? Ew. Where did that go? I think maybe I have to get a third monitor to just keep track of all of these things. Okay, let's try that. There we go. That looks great. All right, now I can put this in full screen mode. And there we go. Whoops, that's the wrong one again. Getting used to this. Full screen projector. Nice. Good stuff. All right, there we go. Feels good to be on here. Now we're in full screen mode. Now we're all set. And here we go. Bottom of the first we go. Semien leads it off. And why did my scoreboard just go away? Yep. Why did it go away? Shoot. That's not what I wanted. Sorry about this, guys. I knew that this was going to be like this on the very first day that I do it. Okay. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nola is ahead in the count. And the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a check swing that was. Now it literally just went away. Why? Two balls, 2 strikes to Semien. I literally just had everything up, and then I just wanted to go back to the freaking game to just watch it. All right, well, we'll play around with it after the break again. The 2-2 pitch. Semien grounds it over to third, but it's foul. It's a foul ball. Nola last season had 32 starts. It was 11-13 with a 3.25 ERA. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Marcus Semien. And the 2-2 pitch. Foul ball to the third base side. It's a little dribbler, and it's out of play again. So we're still back at a 2-2 count. Corey Seager waits on deck. The left-handed former LA Dodger. Nola with 10 seconds still left on the pitch clock now. And the pitch. A little dribbler over to first base, and it's going to roll foul. And out of play. If you look at the odds on PointsBet for the teams to win the World Series, the Phillies are actually at plus 1,600 just to win the World Series. The Astros are the favorite at plus 600. Even the Braves are over them. Nola with 8 pitches in this first at-bat so far. Semien has been putting up a fight. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock now. Nola looking for the signs. He kicks. He deals. And the 2-2 pitch is popped up and fouled off again. A big first at-bat by Marcus Semien. He's been fighting off some pitches and still staying alive. Nola with 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-2 pitch once again. Swing and a grounder over to third base. Bohm fields it cleanly with a backhand stop. The throw to first is in plenty of time to Derek Hall for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Ball making a good play. Didn't really have to do too much to try to back it up. Just got the glove underneath it. And he made a good fielding play. Here's Corey Seager with 33 homers last year. The first pitch he sees is outside. It was a 93-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. That was way out of the zone. The 1-0 pitch by Nola. Swing and a miss. A 79-mile-per-hour knuckle curve. He got him to chase after that over the heart of the plate, and it went diving right out of the zone. Pitch clock will reset now, and the 1-1 pitch to Seager. Outside and just a little bit low. 2 balls, 1 strike to Seager. Did a good job of taking that pitch there. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola winds up, and the next pitch is downstairs. It's a knuckle curve that's at 80 miles per hour. Nathaniel Lau on deck, the left-handed first baseman for the Texas Rangers. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Seager ahead in the count, and the 3-1 pitch. Outside for ball 4, so Nola walks his first batter, and Seager gets aboard with a walk. Kind of wonder that, the last pitch that he threw was really outside. He went with a four-seamer, a knuckle curve, a sinker, a changeup, and then a cutter. So that would bring up Nathaniel Lau, I should say, who's one of their big power hitters in the lineup. And the first pitch he takes is a knuckle curve right at the knees on the outside corner for strike 1. Lau last season batted 302 with 27 home runs and 76 RBIs. I just like to say ribbies. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball to shallow left field, but getting underneath is the shortstop, Trea Turner, and he makes the catch on the pop-up. Didn't really have to move a whole lot, and there's out number 2. 17 pitches by Nola so far. So the pitch timer, right? The pitcher must begin natural delivery of the ball before the timer reaches 0, right? So if the pitcher does not get set, it's an automatic ball in time if the clock winds down. Nola throws back over to first base, and Seager is safe over at first. And you only got a certain amount of pickoff attempts as well, too. First pitch in this at-bat to Adolis Garcia is at the knees over the heart of the plate for strike 1. And the other thing, too, is that if the batter is not in the box within 30 seconds, it's an automatic strike. In between at-bats, that is. Pitch number 2, outside and high for ball 1. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Garcia, another power hitter in this lineup for the Rangers. Seager takes a lead off of first. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. 2 outs. A scoreless game so far in the first. And the 1-1 pitch. On the inside corner, a 92-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. That's right at the knees for a strike. That Globe Life Field looks absolutely incredible. I forgot that was a brand new field. The 1-2 pitch to Garcia. He takes it up high over the plate. It was a 93-mile-per-hour fastball. And Garcia decided not to bite. Seager still over at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Phillies scoreless. Nola on the bump. 21 pitches. And the 22nd pitch. On the outside corner, called strike 3. And Garcia goes down looking. So Corey Seager gets on with a walk, and that was the only base runner that Nola allowed. We go to the top of the second inning where Derek Hall will be leading things off against Nick, and Nick Castellanos will be following up. All right, so let's try to play with this. I am a little bummed about this. I don't know why it's doing that. So we can X out of this. And let's bring this back up. And let's bring this back in front. Okay, now we got it. So now I gotta make this bigger. Okay. There we go. Somewhat getting there. There we go. Okay, I think that is good. I wish that there was a way I could like preset this, but I can't because obviously we have different games all the time. So we just got a new subscriber on YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully you're all doing well. Sorry about the little difficulties here. This is our first game that we're doing. So Derek Hall will be leading things off now against Jacob DeGrom. And the first pitch he fouls off for a strike. DeGrom's second pitch over the heart of the plate, and Derek Hall bites, but he fouls it off again. 0-2 now. The 0-2 pitch to Hall. He swings at a high fastball and fouls it off to the left side again. So Hall's timing has been a little bit early on, or a little bit late on these pitches. But he's fouling them off. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul ball over to third base, and getting underneath it to make the catch that time is Jung. And that's the first out. Okay, I just want to try to figure out how to get this up. There we go. Great. All right, can you guys see this? All right, so here's Nick Castellanos now coming up to the plate. And the first pitch, he whacks it out to right field, and then it's going to drop in for a base hit. It goes down the line. Castellanos is thinking too. He will get into second safely. And he doesn't even have to slide or anything. A great play by Nick Castellanos as he took an outside pitch. It was an off-speed pitch. And he got it right into his wheelhouse, and his first pitch that he sees is a stand-up double. How about that? Good play by Nick Castellanos. It was an off-speed pitch, like I just mentioned. Put it down the first base line. It went all the way into the outfield. So now he's in scoring position with one out. Bryson Stott comes up to the plate. And he takes the first pitch, a 99-mile-per-hour fastball, right at the knees, over the middle of the plate for a strike one. DeGrom looks back at second base. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Phillies scoreless so far against the Rangers. And the next pitch is swung on and missed. It was a high fastball at 99 miles per hour. And he could not keep up with it. There it is. Okay. No balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is way up high, 100 miles per hour on the radar gun. That's just what Jacob DeGrom does. He can fire high cheese fastballs like that. And when he places it properly, it is so hard to get a hold of it. And the next pitch, Stott takes a hack at it, and it's fouled off. I'll have to make that a little bit smaller. One ball, two strikes to Bryson Stott. And the next pitch, swing and a foul tip that just got underneath the catcher's glove. And we will go back at it again. Stott has been... The one thing that he did do a good job at last year was put up some really good at-bats. He worked a lot of long counts. One ball, two strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch. Fouled off again right behind the screen. He fouled off a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. How about DeGrom today? Only 4 balls have been thrown. He has 17 strikes on the day. Just absolutely insane. Oh, my gosh. It's kind of weird calling it with the pitch clock at the major league level. All right. The 1-2 pitch to Stott. He takes it and decides not to chase as it was a curveball at 83 miles per hour below the knees, and it hit the dirt. So this will be the 7th or the 8th pitch of the at-bat now. And the 2-2 pitch. On the inside corner, called strike 3. Oh, I do see that it is ahead. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'll have to play around with that too. So that was ahead. Okay. Good to know. Is this a, that means that this is ahead too. Okay. Alright. Well, we're going to close up shop with that. Bohm will take the first pitch outside and low for ball 1. I'm happy I'm experimenting with this today. Once it's all set, it's going to get a lot easier. I'm happy I did what I did do too. The 1-0 pitch by Bohm. Taken outside. It was a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. And it's now 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to Bohm. And the 2-0 pitch. Fouled or hit high and deep to right center field. That ball is going and it's gone. Oh my goodness, Alec Bohm's power has just showed up. I thought maybe he was going to hook foul, but he definitely got a really good hold of it. And the Phillies strike first and they're on the board 2-0. How about Alec Bohm? He took an inside pitch and he just went the opposite way and he didn't even miss it. DeGrom not so happy about where he placed it. And now that'll bring up Jake Cave to the plate. 2-0 Phillies take the lead. Cave will give that one a ride, but it's fouled off. So Alec Bohm getting himself a 2-run opposite field home run. What a way to start off the season, young fella. 0-1 pitch to Cave. Outside and high for ball 1. It's a 1-1 count. I'm trying to see if this is a little bit ahead, too. The 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2. See, that's just a little bit ahead. Now, I wonder if the Google one has the diamond, because I don't know. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Cave takes the next pitch up high for ball 3. The Phillies are up 2-0 here in the top of the 2nd inning against the Texas Rangers. DeGrom with the 31st pitch on the afternoon. The 3-1 pitch on the outside corner. And according to StatCast, it was just a little bit outside, but not according to the home plate umpire. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The full count And the payoff pitch. Right at the knees for strike 3 over the heart of the plate, a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. But the damage is done, and the Phillies do strike first as they take a 2-0 lead thanks to Alec Boehm's 2-run opposite field home run. Okay, let's try the Google one now. Sorry I'm not really interacting with you guys on here as much today because I'm just getting used to this new format that I have. All right. Well, let's try Phillies. See, I don't like how they don't have the diamond on this one. Oh, maybe this will work. Let's try this. Okay. Let's try this. All right, let's replace that with nope. Nope. Okay. Man, these commercials are fast. Holy moly. Okay, let's try this. Nope. That one is going to be lined out to center field, and it is caught for out number 1. So Jung does make the catch. I don't like this one either. All right, well, we might just have to stick with the Google one for now. Let's try CBS. Maybe CBS will be the good one. Game tracker. Out number 2. So Heim just flew out. Okay. We'll focus on the play-by-play right now. Just a little annoying. I knew that this was going to be a type of problem because I want to display the scores, but I want it to be just a little bit. I don't want it to be ahead because that's what defeats the purpose of doing play-by-play on here and the excitement. Grossman takes the next pitch outside for ball 1. Well, he takes it actually on the outside corner. They call it a strike. This is fast, too. 1 ball, 1 strike. Can't have it both ways, I guess. Let's try Yahoo. One ball, 1 strike, and the 1-1 pitch. It will be fouled towards the first base line. It is a foul ball. I just used Yahoo, didn't I? 1 ball, 2 strikes. 10 seconds are still left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch. On the outside corner for called strike 3. There we go. And that'll wrap things up here in the third, or bottom of the second inning, that is. 2-0. Phillies lead. And we go to the top of the third inning. Okay. Let us try this because this one looks good. Okay. Sorry about this, guys. I really do apologize. I will be interacting, but this is the first time I'm doing baseball. I have my basketball's obviously all set up and everything, and I've been doing good with that. But not with this. Weren't we literally just using this? I feel like I was just using this. I was. I was just using Yahoo. Okay. So it's not Yahoo. Come on, man. I just want to get school. I just want this to. Okay. All right, here's what we'll do. One more thing. Philadelphia Phillies score. Let's try one more thing. Does Baseball Reference have their scores? No. They don't have their scores. All right. Well, we'll just utilize this. All right. Top of the third we go. Marsh takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike one against Jacob DeGrom. So let's pull up the Google. Next pitch is downstairs for ball one. All right. I'll fix it during the break. 1-1 pitch. Marsh lines it down the first base line. It's a fair ball. Gets past the glove of Lau. Marsh, with a lot of speed, is going over the second. He's rounding second, going to third. The throw over to third is not in time. Brandon Marsh leading things off with a triple against Jacob DeGrom. How about that? It was a play down the first base line. Robbie Grossman's looking at his notes saying, I didn't even anticipate that happening. And Marsh is able to get himself a lead-off triple. Went right past the glove of Lau as he dove over to his left side, and there was no chance that he was going to get to the baseball. Marsh knew all the way he was going to go for three, and now that'll bring up Trea Turner again. He struck out on 3 pitches in the first at-bat, and the first pitch he sees is right at the knees for a strike. DeGrom with 15 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a base hit past the first base bag. He went opposite field. Marsh will easily score. Turner's going to second. He's rounding second and going to third. And he gets in there safely. A 3-0 lead for the Phillies to start things off. Back-to-back triples by Trea Turner and Brandon Marsh. 4 hits by the Phillies. 3 of them have been extra base hits. That is crazy. And now, time is called on the mound. And the pitching coach will go out there to talk to Jacob DeGrom. I mean, that one just hit the first base bag. It went down the line, and Turner, utilizing both sides of the field and with his speed, he was just going to third in a heartbeat. Nice job by the Phils. They've been in attack mode. 37 pitches by Jacob DeGrom. He's been struggling today. After a clean first inning, he gave up a 2-run home run to Alec Boehm, and now an RBI triple, or back-to-back triples, I should say, by Brandon Marsh and Trea Turner. Here's Schwarber now. batting in the second spot, playing as the DH today. The first pitch he sees is way inside for ball one. A 98-mile-per-hour fastball that Schwarber had to just get out of the way of. Popped out in his first at-bat. And the 1-0 pitch. Lined foul down the first base line, and it goes right out of play. This will be DeGrom's 40th pitch of the afternoon. What time is it? It's already 4:44. Wow, we're already flying by here. And the 1-1 pitch. Schwarber pops this one up. It's in foul territory, and it just goes out of play towards the on-deck circle of the third base side. So it's 1-2 now. Again, in case you're just joining me, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully you're all having yourselves a great day. It's opening day, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. And the next pitch, it gets past the catcher, and coming home to score is Trea Turner. It was a wild pitch, and Turner just got in there safely. It's still 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber, and how about the Phillies? George Bush is in the building, and he cannot believe what he's seeing. They expected Jacob DeGrom to go out there today and dominate him. Well, that was just a pitch that took a wicked hop, and Jacob DeGrom tried to apply the tag, and Turner came in to score easily. 4-0, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch to Schwarber is lined foul again. So nobody now on base. The Phillies scored 2 runs in the second inning and have scored 2 here in the top of the third. Lots of offense, and you knew that this team was going to come into this season raking baseballs. DeGrom gets set. 2 balls, 2 strikes, still nobody out here in the top of the third. And he calls time. And the pitch clock, it says that it doesn't reset, but now it will. Let's see, he's taken off his hat and, oh man, what are they looking for here? There's like a little piece of something that came out of the bat. What the heck is that? Oh, I don't even know what this is. A camera? Or some sort of tracking device? That's like the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Let's see what the closed caption says. The fans here are booing a bit. The umpires will convene, this is according to Tom McCarthy, and I think he put it up to Nelson's ear and said, listen. So now the umpires are getting together. We have a stoppage in play here. This is like the most craziest thing I've ever seen. Some sort of a tracking device that was literally just found by the catcher, Heim. Just came loose. This is John Middleton. So they're still talking things over. DeGrom is throwing a couple of pitches now. The umpires are talking now because there is really nothing in the rules about the technological flaws. This is, I don't even understand. So a pitcher violation is an automatic ball, and because of that, they got an automatic ball for that? Really? Bruce Bochy's coming out here to argue this. Because that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous because there was a piece of a tracking device that was out there, and all of a sudden DeGrom gets an automatic ball for that, and they don't even stop the pitch timer? That's ridiculous. That's absolutely absurd. What in the world is going on here? So Bochy's still arguing with the home plate umpire. And now this is a delay here. Now this is like, now it's probably going to be a longer game. But imagine if there wasn't, yeah. Okay, so they've been granted the ability to have pitch calm. I'm trying to like get a word here of like what Tom's trying to say on their glove. So they're going over things, and this is where we now don't know what they're discussing or what the violation was. See if Jeff Nelson tells them. Okay, so it's going to be 2-2. So they took away the ball. It wasn't an automatic ball. It's now 2-2 to Schwarber, and the 2-2 pitch is foul tipped into the glove for out number 1. Alrighty, swing and a miss. So I want to kind of see what just happened here. I have no idea. Let's see if I can go on Twitter. That is like the craziest thing I've ever seen. JT will take the first pitch outside for ball 1. And it's a 1-0 count. Realmuto struck out in the first inning. And the next pitch he sees is outside and low for ball 2. Two-0 pitch over the heart of the plate for strike 1. So they're still not updating it yet. 2-1 pitch. JT Realmuto slices it to right field, and it's in no man's land for a base hit. JT is going to go for 2, and he gets in there safely. He dives right past the tag set by Corey Seager. And a 1-out double by the Phillies. That is Phillies ML was the easiest. I'm still trying to figure out like what that was. There was a piece of technology that got broken, but I don't know how that works. All right. Hall comes up to the plate. And the first pitch he sees, he taps it foul, and it goes out of play. Phillies up 4-0 against the Texas Rangers. Hall fouled out in his first at-bat back in the second inning as he fouled out over to third base. The pitch timer's set. 8 seconds left on the pitch timer. And DeGrom kicks and deals. And it's up high and inside for ball 1. So Alec Bohm had a 2-run home run in the top of the second inning to opposite field. And then back-to-back triples by Brandon Marsh and Trea Turner. Turner had an RBI triple and then would come in to score on a wild pitch. The 1-1 pitch to Hall, swing and a miss for strike 2. And now JT Realmuto is over at second base with a 1-out double. And Hall, who's batting in the cleanup spot, playing over at first base, is behind in the count 1-2. DeGrom looks back at second. And now looks back over to home plate. And the 1-2 pitch. Hall fouls it off right past the screen. And it still remains at 1-2. Derek Hall playing over at first, as I mentioned. Left-handed power hitter for the Phillies. 15 seconds left on the pitch timer and the 1-2 pitch. Low and just a little bit inside for ball 2. See, we just got a new subscriber. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Castellanos had a double to lead off that rally back in the second inning. And he would score on the 2-run homer by Bohm. The 2-2 pitch to Hall. Inside and low, and it gets past the catcher. And going over to third base now is JT Realmuto. There's still 1 out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It just got right past the catcher. It was a weird play, too, because he was just looking over at third base, and I think he took his eyes off the ball and was looking over at JT. Full count and the payoff pitch. Hall pops it up to shallow right center field. Garcia gets under it. He'll make the catch. Realmuto will tag. Nope, he will stay put over at third base as the throw was drawn, and it wasn't deep enough. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. I'm still trying to figure out what the heck the violation was or what the piece of technology was, because I feel like that's probably going to be something that's discussed. So that'll bring up Castellanos. He doubled back in the second inning and scored a run. 2 outs, runner over at third, and Castellanos swings and misses at a 92-mile-per-hour slider. It's 4-0 Phillies lead here in the top of the third inning. 15 seconds left on the pitch timer. DeGrom gets set, winds up, and delivers the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. A 91-mile-per-hour slider over the heart of the plate, and Castellanos could not catch up. So he's behind in the count, 0-2. Phillies lead 4-0 in the top of the third inning. And the 0-2 pitch, it's taken, and Castellanos will take it for a ball. Outside. Good job by Castellanos to lay that one off. 25 pitches in this inning for Jacob DeGrom. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-2 pitch. Castellanos takes and decides not to bite, and it's outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Realmuto still over at third base. He had an opposite field double, and then would go over to third on a wild pitch in the last at-bat to Derek Hall. 2 outs. Phillies lead 4-0 here in the top of the third, and the 2-2 pitch to Castellanos. He fouls it off to right field, and it goes right out of play. A 99-mile-per-hour fastball. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A slider that was on the outside corner, and Castellanos chased it. But the Phillies add on some more runs, and they lead it 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. All right, now we're just going to use Google because I'm done and I'm tired of trying these things out. All right, so let's do that. So let's get rid of this. Let's remove it. Yes. And let's bring this back up. Window capture. Score. Bug. Okay. Alrighty. Let's make this smaller. I really didn't want to do that, but that's all right, I guess. All right, so then what we'll do is this. Make it look like that. Okay. All right. Oh boy. Let's try one more thing. Okay. So that looks good. And then we'll get the innings up as well. Let's try to get that up. And we'll do it after this inning. All right. Brad Miller comes up to the plate for Texas. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hope all is well. They just got Rob Manfred to come in here. Wow, Rob Manfred is on? I wonder what he is talking about. Let's kind of tune into this. There was a pitch comm issue, and the umpire called the violation, didn't realize there was a pitch comm issue, and they went to replay, and it was clear that DeGrom made it clear, and they took it back. Okay. Well, that's all I really care about. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brad Miller. We're here in the bottom of the third. The Phillies are up 4-0. 5 seconds left on the pitch timer. And the 1-2 pitch in the dirt and downstairs for ball 2. Miller not wearing any batting gloves. Nola will get set and wind up and deliver the next pitch. Outside, but fouled off over to the third base side, and it goes right out of play. 34 pitches for Aaron Nola so far in this game. Nola gets the signs from JT. 2 balls, 2 strikes still. And the windup and the pitch. Outside and high. A 93-mile-per-hour fastball that whizzed right by Brad Miller, but he decided not to bite. Nola with his second 3-ball count pitch on the day. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a 92-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball by Aaron Nola. A great pitch that was right at the knees. Brad Miller thought he was going to get it over the middle of the plate, and he was very late on the pitch. So that makes it 36 pitches for Nola. And now Smith will come up to bat for Texas, the left-handed hitter. And he swings and hits that one high and deep to right field, and it just hooks foul. Went right into the second deck. And he almost was able to get a hold of it. No balls, 1 strike. Nola gets set and kicks and deals. And the next pitch is on the outside corner. A knuckle curve right at the knees. Honestly, it looked a little bit off the plate, but not according to the home plate umpire. Makes it an 0-2 count. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the third. Phillies lead 4-0. And the 0-2 pitch. It'll be sliced over to left field, and it just hooks foul. Not by much. So Smith will try to go back at it again. So remember, they got rid of the shift. So 4 infielders with both feet on the infield dirt. That's what it has to be. 2 infielders on either side of second base. Infielders can only... Oh, wait, I missed that. They can only switch seat. They can't go by these graphics so quickly. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts by Aaron Nola. Another off-speed pitch that landed right at the knees. And now that'll bring the top of the lineup back up. So only 1 base runner allowed by Aaron Nola so far, and it was a walk to Corey Seager. Marcus Semien will be leading things off now. And the first pitch he sees is grounded over to third base. Bowman plays it on the hop, throws over across the diamond in time for out number 3. So good morning, good afternoon, and good night to the Texas Rangers here in the bottom of the third. And the Phillies will try to capitalize and score some more runs as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Wow. All right. So this is what we'll do. We'll make this bigger. Okay. We'll make this smaller. And now we will add a thingy to this. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. And then last thing. Nope, I guess I won't be able to do it. Guess not. Yep. Top of the fourth we go. All right. Bryson Stott comes up to the plate. Takes the first two pitches at the knees for 2 strikes in a row. Here in the top of the fourth inning. Stott still in the batter's box, and the next pitch is inside. Way inside, that is, for ball 1. 97-mile-per-hour fastball. And DeGrom could not get him to chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. 4 seconds left on the pitch timer, and the next pitch is fouled off. Once again, that was a changeup at 90 miles per hour. Okay. Just wish I could have the at-bats live. 1-2 pitch to Stott is swung on and missed for strike 3. That's 7 strikeouts for Jacob DeGrom. He has surrendered 4 runs on 65 pitches so far tonight. All right. I'm done playing around with this. What I'll have to do is I'll have to watch a game that's a little bit later tonight and figure out what would work as far as the apps go. But for now, we'll keep this. I just have to play around with that tonight. Alec Bohm comes back up to the plate, and the first pitch that he sees is on the inside corner for strike 1. 5 seconds left on the pitch timer, and DeGrom throws it over the middle of the plate, and Bohm with a check swing, but it's over the plate anyways. The ball's 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning. Nobody on. And the next pitch. Swing and a liner over to right field for another base hit. Grossman plays it on the hop, and Bohm is going to go into second base with a stand-up double. 2 opposite field base hits for Alec Bohm as he had a 2-run home run in the top of the second inning. And now gets himself an opposite field double. That is incredible. Alec Bohm doing Alec Bohm type of things. Going the other way. And again, you're doing this off Jacob DeGrom. Not so easy. Jake Cave will come up to the plate now for the Phillies. He's 0 for 1 on the day, and Cave swings and misses at the first pitch. Cave playing left field for Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber is DHing this afternoon. Cave struck out in his first at-bat back in the second inning. DeGrom looks back at second. Lines up and delivers. The 0-1 pitch. Outside and high for ball 1. a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. 70 pitches for Jacob so far, and we're not even through the fourth inning just yet. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8 seconds left on the pitch timer, and the next pitch is up high again, 98 miles per hour. Dane Dunning warming up now in the bullpen for Texas. It's most likely they will try to keep an eye on DeGrom's pitch count here. 2 balls, 1 strike, and time is called. Pitching coach will go out there to talk to Jacob DeGrom now. See if he's all right. It's weird because DeGrom allowed 4 earned runs today, and in the previous 9 games against the Phillies, he's only allowed 8 earned runs total. I'm also out there and Jung to talk to DeGrom, try to settle him down a little bit. Two balls, 1 strike here in the top of the 4th inning. Cave played for the Minnesota Twins last season. DeGrom back out there on the bump. 2 balls, 1 strike. Over at second is Alec Bohm with an opposite field double. 1 out in the top of the 4th. Phillies lead 4-0. DeGrom looks back at second base and takes a step off the mound to keep Bohm in check. And the 2-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? They appeal no swing. And it's 3-1 to Jake Cave. 4-0 lead for the Phillies here in the top of the 4th inning. A runner over at second. DeGrom kicks and deals on the 3-1 pitch. Cave lines that one out into left center field, and getting underneath it to make the catch is Garcia. He was running all the way towards his left side to the warning track. I was surprised that Alec Bohm didn't tag up and go to third on that play. Garcia certainly made a good throw, but with the way it was hit, it just went really deep and the wind carried it. So Bochy comes back out there, and that most likely will do it for Jacob DeGrom as he gives the baseball to Bruce Bochy, and we have a pitching change. So Dane Dunning will be coming in for the Texas Rangers, and the Phillies will be back in just a few moments. All right, one more thing that I would like to try, and then we'll just call it. All right. Last little thing. All right. Google.com. Phillies. Here we go. This is what I want. Okay, I found it. So let's try this. Oh wait, we're still in the top of the 4th. All right, forget it. We're done. Okay. We're done with that. All right. Hi, guys. What's going on? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I, again, apologize about all these changes. Been really trying to play around with the software and get used to baseball season. So Cole Ragans comes in as the new pitcher for the Texas Rangers. Last season he appeared in 9 games and was 0-3. But he had a pretty good ERA. Marsh takes the first pitch for a ball, and the second pitch will be lined to left field, but it's hooked foul. I think I'm going to take a break after this inning is done. 1 ball, 1 strike to Marsh. Reagans lines up and delivers the next pitch. It'll be grounded over to third base, and it is a fair ball. Goes down the line, and coming in to score again is Alec Boehm. So Marsh goes the opposite field with a 2-out double, and he stands over at second base. It just got past the third base bag. And 7 hits now for Philadelphia here in the top of the 4th. Marsh just did a good job at staying with the pitch, and for some reason over at third base, they played him to pull, and, well, he's been certainly capable of utilizing both sides. So now Trea Turner will be intentionally walked, and he will go over to first base. And that'll bring up Kyle Schwarber, so they favor the left-handed hitter, and Kyle Schwarber's had a lot of success against Reagans. Reagans with 3 pitches so far. And the first pitch in this at-bat is up high for ball 1. Schwarber's 0-2 today. He's flown out and he is struck out as well. Runners over at first and second. The Phillies have a 5-0 lead here in the top of the 4th. And the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, hit out to left field. That's going back to the warning track, and underneath it to make the catch for the final out, just getting over there, was Heim. So 1 run on a couple of hits, and 2 men are left, and we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Phillies lead 5-0. I'm going to take a very quick break, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back on now. What's going on, guys? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you're new to my channel, okay, I know I really haven't been doing a whole lot of sports commentary tonight, but if you happen to enjoy my Phillies play-by-play commentary, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell icon too, so that way you know when I upload. Aaron Nola back out there on the bump for the Phillies. He hasn't allowed a hit so far in this game. He's been very dominant. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, Seager will lead things off for Texas, and the first pitch he sees, he fouls off of his left foot. Excuse me. So Seager behind in the count, 0-1. Nola will reset. 13 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-1 pitch to Seager. On the inside corner for called strike 1. Or called strike 2, that is. Excuse me, I beg your pardon. Seager playing over at Seager lays it off. It hit the dirt, and it was a off-speed pitch. It was below the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Seager. 88. Or he walked in his first at-bat, sorry. Seager fouls that one down the first base line, and it just goes out of play. So he stays alive in the count. Seager did have a good season last year, 33 home runs. And Nola kicks and deals the 1-2 pitch outside. An 85-mile-per-hour changeup. He hasn't really thrown a whole lot of those today. So it makes it 46 pitches. Nathaniel Lau is on deck. The 2-2 pitch to Seager. Swing and a foul ball. A little dribbler over to the third base side. They're playing Seager to pull in the infield. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the fourth, here we are. And the 2-2 pitch. Up high. Way up high. Fastball coming in at 91 miles per hour. So what was an 0-2 count is now a full count to Corey Seager. Lau on deck. And the payoff pitch by Nola. Swing and a foul ball once again, and we'll try to go at it. Got to reset, though. Seager has done a good job at putting up some tough at-bats throughout his entire career, especially with the Dodgers. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the payoff pitch by Nola. Swing and a pop-up that hooks foul again right behind home plate, and it goes out of play. Nola still trying to attack in this at-bat. 5-0 Phillies in the bottom of the fourth. And Nola with the payoff pitch. Swing and a liner out to center field for a base hit that just goes over the head of Trea Turner. Marsh fields it cleanly and throws it to the cutoff man over at second base. And Seager gets on for his second time tonight. Or this afternoon, I should say. Oh, man. Let me take my headphones off real quick. I mean, it was just a fastball over the middle of the plate, right at the knees. And Seager did not miss it by a beat. Nathaniel Lau comes up to the plate. 1 man on here in the bottom of the fourth, nobody out. Lau swings and fouls the first pitch right behind home plate. 52 pitches on the day for Aaron Nola. Lau last season batted .302. He had 27 home runs and 86 or 76 runs batted in. Nola with the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a dribbler over to first base. Hall fields it, and he tries to get past Nola, and he does. He had to communicate with Aaron Nola, and he dove over to first base to tag the runner out. That was a really bizarre play. So Lau grounds out, and going over to second is Corey Seager. It was hit over to Nola's left side. He had to get off the bump, and Derek Hall just tried to get past Aaron Nola, and thank God Nola didn't come at him a little bit faster, because Hall just probably would have taken him down as if he was an offensive tackle or something. Hall's a big dude, and all that is muscle. So 1 out in the bottom of the fourth, a runner in scoring position, and Garcia comes up to the plate, batting cleanup for the Rangers. And the first pitch he takes and lays it off for strike 1. A curveball over the middle of the plate. He's coming off of a season where he drove in 101 runs, and he had 27 home runs as well, but he did strike out a lot. The 0-1 pitch to Garcia. On the outside corner, a 93-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. And Garcia has some words for the home plate umpire. Strike 2. 10 seconds left on the pitch timer. Nola gets set and winds up, and here's the pitch. Swing and a liner over to left field. It drops right in front of Derek Hall or Jake Cave for a base hit, and Seager will stay put over at third. Runners at the corners, and Garcia doing a good job at staying with the pitch. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Phillies could certainly use a double play ball here. So now Caleb Coughlin is going out there to talk to his pitcher, just to try to calm him down a little bit. We're here in the bottom of the 4th inning with 1 out. Nola gave up a base hit. That was right at the knees. It was a curveball that just did not get enough oomph that he wanted it to. So he seems to be doing okay. 56 pitches so far for Nola, so the pitch count hasn't been so high. Still, though, in the bottom of the 4th inning. I don't know if we've been going at it. 5:25, so we're just about an hour in. Feels like a pretty fast-paced game, to be honest. But that's what the pitch timer does. And I've worked with the pitch timer plenty of times. I've never operated it, but I've called games with the pitch timer. All right, so Nola goes back to his spot. Here in the bottom of the 4th, 1 out. Phillies up 5-0 over the Texas Rangers. Runners at the corners. And Jung comes up to the plate. Josh Jung will take the first pitch outside and low. A cutter at 87 miles per hour that was way out of the strike zone. Jung had 5 home runs and 14 RBIs last season. One ball, no strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch timer. And Nola winds up and the pitch. Outside and low again. That time it was a knuckle curve. According to the radar gun, it came in at 80 miles per hour. So Nola has been looking a little shaky here in this bottom of the 4th inning. And has got himself into a little bit of a jam. Can he try to get out of it? Runners at the corners, 1 out. Phillies lead 5-0. And the 2-0 pitch is on the outside corner. A knuckle curve that just got over the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Jung just got caught looking at it, and honestly, it was a good take because there was no need for him to swing at it. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch to Jung on the outside corner for strike 2. Now, some of these pitches, I got to be honest, have been a little bit controversial, but the home plate umpire certainly has been very consistent. The 2-2 pitch to Jung. He lays it off. A cutter that was way out of the strike zone for a ball down low. And that's now the third 3-ball count that we've had here in this bottom of the 4th inning. 61 pitches for Aaron Nola. Runners at the corners in the bottom of the 4th. Phillies lead 5-0. And the 3-2 pitch outside and low for ball 4. And that'll load the bases. Rob Thompson looking over at Caleb Coughlin to see what he should be doing here. And they decide to just play on. Call to the bullpen will be made by Coughlin. 62 pitches so far by Nola. And Heim will come up to the plate. The first pitch he takes inside and high for ball 1. Jonah Heim had 16 home runs last season. He's been catching for the Texas Rangers. And he had 48 RBIs as well. Nola with the bases loaded. Can he try to get out of the jam here? Heim will lift that one foul. And boom, cannot get there. He tried to dive for it right in front of the Phillies dugout, and it was about maybe 2 feet or so in front of him, but it was a good try for sure. Only 2 hits on the day for the Rangers. That one was fouled off. And it goes out of play. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Just to reiterate. Heim takes a quick step out of the batter's box. And Nola will reset now. 64 pitches for Aaron Nola. 16 seconds left on the pitch timer. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a liner over Derek Hall's head. And it goes all the way into right field. 3 runs are probably going to score. Here comes 2. The third runner is going to come home. Or stay over at third base. Sorry about that. And now it is a 5-2 game. A 2-run double. Hit by Heim down the first base line. And it makes it now 5-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That was just a hanger that was right over the middle. It just did not break as much as Aaron Nola would have liked it. And Hall did everything he could to try to leap up and make the catch. And Heim is now over at second with a 1-out, 2 RBI double. So it's now 5-2. Grossman now comes up to the plate for Texas, and he's representing the tying run. First pitch that he sees is outside and low for ball 1. Gregory Soto is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. They just acquired him in the offseason in a trade for Matt Vierling and for Nick Maton. The 1-0 pitch to Grossman. Inside and low, a changeup that was nowhere near the strike zone. Grossman has been all around the league. He's played for almost every single AL West team. The 2-0 pitch to Grossman. He lifts that one high and deep to right center field. It's going back to the warning track, and we have a tie ball game. He did not miss a beat on that pitch, and he just got it over the right field wall. A 3-run home run by Robbie Grossman, and we're tied up at 5. So Nola started off the day very strongly. He didn't allow a hit through 3 innings, and all of a sudden here in the 4th, 4 hits and 5 runs have been surrendered by Aaron Nola. How about the catch over in the bullpen by one of the Texas Rangers players? So we're tied up at 5-5 now. Brad Miller comes in, and the first pitch he takes for a ball. And you probably are thinking that this might be Aaron Nola's last batter. 1 ball, no strikes. We're back to a tie game here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss. A 92-mile-per-hour 4-seam fastball. First strike 1. Nola was cruising along, and then just here in this bottom of the 4th inning, just hasn't been as sharp. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. It was outside and maybe a little bit high. And Nola got Miller to chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. A 3-run home run by Robbie Grossman to tie things up here in the bottom of the 4th. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a grounder over to second base. Stott fields it cleanly, gets up, and throws to first in plenty of time for the 2nd out. Stott played it on the hop. And he had a good throw over to first. And now Rob Thompson's coming out, and that is most likely going to do it for Aaron Nola. So Nola will be coming out of this game, and most likely Gregory Soto will be coming in to relieve him. So we have a pitching change, and the Phillies will be back in just a few moments. Wow. This is not what I expected. Wild game, man. That was a brutal fourth inning, though. Again, in case you're just new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We're getting things started for the baseball season. And, yeah, man. Been going very strong so far. Basketball season has been a lot of fun. We've been covering a lot of Sixers games. And this is our very first Phillies game that we're doing. A new score bug, a new live stream, everything. And not really happy with the layout of some of these things, but we'll play around with more stuff tonight. I don't want to take up any more time. I want to make sure that I interact with you guys because you guys are the best and I love you guys. So we've had quite an interesting game so far, to say the least. I mean, I certainly didn't expect the Phillies to give up 5 runs in that bottom of the fourth inning. I don't think anybody did. What do you guys think about this game, though? I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are, so comment down below if you're tuning in on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch, you name it. Okay. See how many people are tuning in on Facebook Live. Gregory Soto's coming in now for the Phillies and making his Phillies debut. So he will come back in, and Aaron Nola's day is done. So Nola went 3 2/3 of an inning. He was cruising along, and all of a sudden, he allowed 5 runs in the bottom of the fourth, next to a 2-run single, or a 2-run double, that was, by Jonah Heim, and a 3-run home run by Robbie Grossman. The first pitch to Smith in this at-bat is swung on and missed. It was a slider that was way out of the zone. Josh Smith comes up. He struck out in his first at-bat. And the 0-1 pitch. It's outside and low, a slider coming in at 89 miles per hour. One ball, one strike. And the 1-1 pitch. Just a little bit up high for ball 2. A sinker coming in at 97 miles per hour. And he certainly has some high heat, for sure. And the 2-1 pitch downstairs and just a little bit low for ball 3. So there's 2 outs and nobody on. In the bottom of the fourth inning, the Phillies were up 5-0 and the Rangers just erased it and have tied the game up. The 3-1 pitch. Just a little bit inside, a 99-mile-per-hour fastball, and it wasn't inside by much. It was at the chest area, and that's ball 4. So a 2-out walk surrendered by Soto. And wouldn't you believe it, the go-ahead run is over at first base now. Marcus Semien will step into the batter's box, batting on the right side. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 ground outs. Both over to third, and the first pitch he sees is laid off, but it's a strike anyways, an 88-mile-per-hour slider over the middle of the plate. Phillies, well, they've had the bats come into life. They've done a good job with that. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off over to right field, and it goes out of play, so it's 0-2. Can the Phillies escape and get out of this jam? Just keep it at a tie game here. We're still in the bottom of the fourth. It's been a very long inning. The 0-2 pitch. Downstairs, and it hits the dirt. So it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Semien spent a lot of his career with both the Oakland Athletics and the Toronto Blue Jays. The 1-2 pitch to Semien. It's sliced out to right center field, and it'll drop in front of Castellanos for a base hit. And going over to third and stopping there is Smith. And the Phillies can't put an end to this run. And man, Aaron Nola today is has not had the best day. I mean, he started off so good, though. He started off so great, and now it's just like, what the heck, man? A good piece of hitting by Marcus Semien, and he gets a single, and the runners are at the corners. So the go-ahead run is over at third, and Corey Seager, who has had himself quite a day, he's gotten on base twice, comes up and steps into the batter's box. 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. The first pitch he sees is taken at the knees for a strike. A 99-mile-per-hour sinking fastball. Soto trying to be aggressive here against Corey Seager. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock, the windup, and the pitch to Soto. Downstairs, and it hits the dirt. Another fastball. 5-5 game here in Arlington, Texas. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at the corners. 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. And the 1-1 pitch. It's taken downstairs again. That time it was a slider. And Seager decided not to bite. 12 pitches by Soto. And he hasn't recorded an out just yet. Can he try to get out of this jam? Let's see. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. A 97-mile-per-hour sinking fastball that went way out of the zone. Soto doing a good job in this at-bat so far, but let's see what he decides to go with here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Seager is taken for ball 3, and a double steal just occurred. So Semien goes over to second base, and over at third, is Heim. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch to Seager. Downstairs and low for ball 4. And that'll load the bases up for Nathaniel Lowe. This is unbelievable. So the Rangers have scored 5 runs in this bottom of the fourth inning and have come back to life. Nathaniel Lowe comes up. He's 0 for 2 today. And the first pitch he sees is taken way upstairs and inside for ball 1. So now Connor Brogdon is warming up in the bullpen for the Phillies. And Soto, all he has to do is just get 1 out. Soto winds up and delivers the next pitch. It's way inside for ball 2. And now he can't even seem to find the strike zone. Time is called. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Bases loaded. The Rangers have them juiced. Real Muto goes out there to talk to Soto. Everybody from the infield will do so as well. Lots of batters have come up to the plate here in the bottom of the fourth inning. There's Rob Thompson. Not so happy with how things have been going for the Phillies from the pitching side of things. And man, Nola today he started off so good. We'll talk more about it during the inning break. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch by Soto. It's over the heart of the plate, a 92-mile-per-hour slider. And Lowe takes it for strike 1. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Soto gets set, winds up, and delivers the 2-1 pitch. It's a dribbler over towards the pitcher. The throw over to home plate is not in time. And coming in to score is Jonah Heim. Had to double check that. And now the Phillies might want to challenge this, and they will, because they're saying maybe Soto might have gotten the force out. Lowe had a dribbler that was hit right off of the glove, and now they're going to check this out here. I think he was safe, for sure. So that's an infield RBI single, and now the Rangers have taken the lead. They've come back from the dead. At one point, it was a 5-0 ball game, and that'll do it for Soto. So it's 6-5. Connor Brogdon does come in. Rob Thompson decides not to challenge, and we'll be right back. Wow. What a long inning. Man, what's going on with this pitching, man? What is going on with this pitching? Comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are, because this is pretty insane. 6-5 lead. The Rangers have just come back. That's insane. If you're new to my channel, and if you do enjoy my play-by-play commentary, my name is Jason Joseph. I started off my YouTube channel about 4 months ago. I've been calling Sixers games. I've also did a couple of Patriots games. I did that towards the end of the season. And we'll be doing a lot of Phillies games. So if you enjoy that, and if you want to hear me talk more, well, all you have to do is just press one button, and that's the subscribe button. 6-5, Texas leads. Phillies were up 5-0. Alec Bohm hit a 2-run home run back in the top of the second inning. And then Trea Turner got an RBI triple to start things off in the top of the third. Then he would score on a wild pitch. And then the Phillies would add one more run in the top of the fourth inning to make it 5-0. Wow. Okay, he said thank you. Nice. Connor Brogdon now comes into the ballgame for the Philadelphia Phillies. I have to kind of get used to this vocabulary and not say the Sixers. So Brogdon last season played in 47 games, had a 50-11 strikeout walk ratio, a 3.27 ERA as well. So Garcia comes up and the bases, mind you, are still loaded. And the first pitch that Brogdon throws is out of the zone for a ball. The Rangers have batted around. This is at least the 10th man to come up to the plate, if I'm not mistaken. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next pitch is outside and high. So Brogdon can't find the strike zone now either to start things off. 2 outs. Bases are loaded in the bottom of the fourth inning. And the Rangers have taken the 6-5 lead. The 2-0 pitch to Garcia. He takes it high over the plate for a strike, just on the outside corner. Bruce Bochy, the former manager of the San Francisco Giants for quite a long time, where he won 3 World Series rings. He's over there on the Texas Rangers bench. The 2-1 pitch is going to be swung on and missed, and another run's going to come in to score as the ball gets right past JT. A wild pitch thrown. They might even call it a pass ball, and it's now a 7-5 ball game. 7 runs have been scored here in the bottom of the fourth, and now you have runners at second and third. I mean, JT just did not hang on to it. And you kind of thought maybe it was a foul ball at first, but the umpire said no. And it's a 2-2, and the 2-2 pitch swung on, hit out to right field. That's going back over the head of Castellanos. It bounces off the wall. 2 runs are going to come in to score. The throw over to second base to get Garcia is in time. What a throw by Castellanos, but the damage is done. And 2 runs come in to score for the Rangers. They've scored 9 runs here in the bottom of the fourth. Then we go to the top of the 5th inning. And Bochy might want to challenge this. They are going to challenge it to see if he was safer out at second base. But they do cut over the commercial break. It's 9-5, though, regardless. The Rangers have scored 9 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Wow. They're still in commercial. What a play, though, by Castellanos to just throw it over to second base and being able to get Garcia in time. I thought it was a really close play. And the umpire over at second base didn't necessarily have the best view because he was over towards the left side of the bag and the throw was coming in towards the right side. So they're probably going to take a look at this. But the fact that they're also playing more commercials either tells me that they're reviewing it or that it is not going to be challenged. Okay. The pitch timer was supposed to speed the game up, and so far, it started off really fast, and now it hasn't really been so. Funny. Funny how that works. And I'm telling you, like, so here's something I want to ask you. So, if Rob Thompson, or not Rob Thompson, if Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, wants to speed the game up, but he also wants more runs, doesn't that, like, not go hand in hand with each other? Because if teams are scoring like 10 runs, more pitching changes, and more time. What say you? I want to hear what your thoughts are down below. 9-5 Phillies trail as we go to the top of the 5th inning, so they decided not to challenge it. 9 runs on 7 hits in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the Rangers have come back, and now JT Realmuto will try to get things off here. 7 hits, 3 walks, and 9 runs in the bottom of the 4th on 56 pitches by Aaron Nola and the bullpen. Realmuto takes the first pitch inside and low for ball 1 as Burke is out there on the mound for the Texas Rangers. And the second pitch Burke throws is fouled off towards the home plate screen. And it's a 1-1 count. JT had a double in the 3rd, and he also stole a base. He's 1 for 2 on the day. The 1-1 pitch to Realmuto. He takes it outside and high for ball 2. A changeup that missed the strike zone. Brock Burke's next pitch outside, way outside that was for ball 3. So Burke stands at 6'4". He's 26 years old, 210 pounds. And the 3-1 pitch to Realmuto. Swung on and missed. It actually might have been foul-tipped into the glove, but regardless, it's now 2 strikes. So Realmuto has worked himself into a full count now. Nobody on here in the top of the 5th. The Phillies were up 5-0, and the Rangers had 9 runs on 7 hits in the bottom of the 4th. Burke was 7-5 last season in 52 games. He had a 90-24 strikeout walk ratio. And the 3-2 pitch. It is swung on, flared over to second base. Simeon takes a few steps onto the grass and makes the catch for the first out. A good pitch by Burke that jammed JT Realmuto. And there's out number 1. Oh, we just got a new subscriber. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Or whoever did that. I call everybody man. I do. So Derek Hall will come in to the batter's box. He's 0 for 2 today. And the first pitch he sees is taken over the middle of the plate. A 98-mile-per-hour fastball, and he decides not to bite. But it's a 0-1 count. 10 seconds left on the pitch count. On the pitch clock, I should say. Burke winds up and delivers the 0-1 pitch. It's fouled off. Right at home plate. The ball's 2 strikes to Derek Hall. Burke gets set and winds up with the 0-2 pitch outside for ball 1. So Burke has certainly had his share of success throughout the majors. And the 1-2 pitch to Hall. Tapped over to first base. And Lau just tags the bag as he had to go over to his right side to field it. And he just tags it for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. 10 pitches for Burke. So a pop out over to second base by JT Realmuto and a ground out over to first by Derek Hall. Castellanos had a double in the 2nd inning and scored on a 2-run home run hit by Alec Boehm. He steps into the batter's box. 2 outs, nobody on. Castellanos takes the first pitch on the inside corner, and he disagrees with the call by the home plate umpire. A 96-mile-per-hour fastball right at the knees on the inside corner for a strike. The 0-1 pitch by Burke. Castellanos grounds it right over to third base. The throw over to first is just in time. Oh, man, actually, Lau just dropped it. What a bang-bang play over at third base, though, by Josh Jung as he dove over towards his left side. He fielded it cleanly and had a sidearm throw over to first base. And if somehow Nathaniel Lau would have kept onto it, he would have been out. But we do play on. And actually, it might have been... Nope, he would have been out. He certainly would have been out. So now Bryson Stott steps into the batter's box. A runner over at first, 2 outs. Stott swings and takes a hack at it and fouls it right behind home plate. Bryson Stott with his red batting gloves. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. So he has not gotten off to the best start. He did have a nice play, though, over at second base in the 3rd inning. Burke gets set, winds up, and delivers with the 0-1 pitch. It's taken right over the middle for strike 2. A 97-mile-per-hour fastball. And Stott takes. 12 seconds left on the pitch clock. Burke winds up and delivers the 0-2 pitch. It'll be grounded right through the hole for a base hit. And the Phillies have a 2-out rally starting to cook here in the top of the 5th inning. So Burke grounded it right in between Seager and Jung, and he got it right through the hole. So we're still in the top of the 5th inning, and let's see if the Phillies can try to capitalize and get some runs back. Alec Bohm, who had a 2-run home run back in the top of the 2nd inning. He also had a big RBI double in the 4th inning as well. He comes up to the plate. Can he try to produce again? 2 outs. 2 runners on. Bohm swings and misses at the first pitch. A 96-mile-per-hour high-cheese fastball. Burke with 16 pitches. He was doing well, and all of a sudden with 2 outs, the Phillies have gotten some base runners on. And the next pitch to Bohm. Swing and a miss again. He went at him with another fastball. That time it was a little bit more outside. 97 on the radar gun. No balls, 2 strikes. Castellanos over at second and Stott over at first base. The Phillies trail 9-5 in the top of the 5th inning. Burke winds up, looks back at second base, and delivers the next pitch. The 0-2 pitch is fouled off towards the first base side by Bohm, and he stays alive in the count. Oof, what a wacky game this has been so far on opening day. But this is what baseball is all about, and you just love to see it. Excuse me. No balls, 2 strikes to Alec Bohm. 8 seconds on the pitch clock, and the pitch. Fouled off again towards the first base side, and it goes way out of play. How you guys doing? Derek Hall, or Jake Cave, I should mention, sorry. Still trying to get used to him in a Phillies uniform. Waits in the on-deck circle. No balls, 2 strikes to Bohm, and the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off again towards the first base side, so Bohm is still staying alive. 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Bohm has really been going the other way and has been putting up some awesome at-bats. Got a 2-run home run back in the top of the 2nd inning, and he had a big double in the top of the 4th. Can he come through again? No balls, 2 strikes, runners over at first and second, and he lays off the pitch as it's outside for ball 1. A changeup coming in at 88 miles per hour. Castellanos over at second base got on with an infield single, or I guess that they did rule with a single. And then Stott got a single as well. Bohm with the 1-2 pitch, lines it right over the middle for a base hit. Castellanos is rounding third base. He's going to come in to score, and Stott goes over to third. Alec Bohm with a 3-hit day on opening day. And he comes up with another RBI. What a great at-bat by Alec Bohm. I mean, he was behind in the count 0-2. He waited for his pitch and didn't even have to provide a lot of power. And he just got it right over the middle, in between the shortstop and the second baseman. And Castellanos did a good job at running the bases. And now it's 9-6, and the tying run is coming up to the plate. The pitching coach for the Texas Rangers is coming back out there to talk over to Burke. Things were just fine, and you kind of wonder if you're Nathaniel Lau over at first base. I mean, Josh Jung made a really good throw, and he pretty much robbed Nick Castellanos on a base hit, but he just dropped it. I mean, it wasn't an easy play, but still, you wonder how that would have changed things, but we still play on. It's now 9-6 here in the top of the fifth inning. Jake Cave steps into the batter's box, batting on the left side. Burke with the first pitch on the outside corner at the knees, a fastball at 96 miles per hour for a strike. Burke looks over at home plate, gets the signs from Jonah Heim, and the 0-1 pitch outside. A 97 mile per hour four-seam fastball that Jake Cave laid off. So the count is even at 1-1. We have runners at the corners here in the top of the fifth inning. And Cave is representing the tying run. The 1-1 pitch to Cave. Swing and a miss. He could not catch up to the high cheese fastball. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. In the on-deck circle is Brandon Marsh. The 1-2 pitch to Cave. Swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. So he went around, and that'll do it here in the top of the fifth inning. But we go to the bottom of the fifth. The Phillies get another run back thanks to an RBI single by Alec Bohm. And we play on. 2 runners left, and we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Oof. Okay. What's going on, guys? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you're enjoying my play-by-play cast so far for the Phillies game, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell icon so that way you know when I upload. I hope you're all having yourselves a great night. I'm trying to figure out, where is the camera? Am I, looking into the camera, right now? If somebody could just tell me if I'm looking into the camera, I would really appreciate that because I'm trying to also get used to this new spot that I put the camera in. And I noticed that when I was doing my last Sixers game, which was last night, I wasn't looking into the camera, and I thought I was. So let me know if I'm doing that. That would be much appreciated. What a game, man. You expected this to be a pitching duel, obviously, and you did not get a pitching duel. 2 of the top 10 best pitchers in the league going at it against each other. And they couldn't even survive for 4 innings. Baseball is just a wild sport, man. Doesn't get any better than watching the game on the diamond. And actually, I'm not even keeping score of this. I'm not doing my scorebook because I was busy setting things up and I didn't necessarily have time to do everything. But we hit 124, which is awesome. And we're now at the 6 o'clock hour. We're just going on the 2-hour mark now. Bottom of the fifth we go. Can the Phillies try to get 3 outs here? Let's see what my mom said. All right, good. I'm looking at the camera. Good. Thanks, Mama. I appreciate it. My mama's the best. I love my mama. If you guys love your mama, subscribe to the channel. No, but seriously, I love my mama. And if you guys love your mama too, we have something in common. All right, so Josh Jung comes up to the plate, and Connor Brogdon's still back out there for the Phillies. The 1-0 pitch, it's sliced foul, and it goes over towards the first base side and out of play. So Jung is 0 for 1 on the day. He did get on base a little bit earlier in the game. And now, thank God, there's a roof in Texas because it is the weather's not looking so good. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. As Brogdon gets Jung to chase after that off-speed pitch. It's now 1-2. Thank you. We just got another sub. Nice. Cool, man. Good stuff. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jung. And the 1-2 pitch. It is downstairs. It was a changeup coming in at 83 miles per hour. And it makes it now a 2-2 count. So Brogdon was able to just get out of the 4th inning. And the 2-2 pitch to Jung. Popped up over in foul territory towards the first base side, and it just goes out of play. So Garcia had a 2-run single. That's what they scored it. And then Castellanos had a throw over to second base to get him out to end the top of the 4th inning. Or the bottom of the 4th inning, excuse me. The 2-2 pitch to Jung. Swung on. It's popped up over towards the third base side in foul territory. Boom. Calls everyone off, but it just goes out of play, and it goes into the dugout. Lots of foul balls in this game so far. So the Phillies were up 5-0, and that was erased in the bottom of the 5th inning on a 9-run 5th inning on 7 hits by the Texas Rangers, including a 3-run home run by Robbie Grossman, a 2 RBI double by Jonah Heim, and then a couple of other RBI base hits by Adolis Garcia and Brad Miller. Next pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. A curveball that went out of the strike zone, and Heim went chasing after it. So there's 1 out now in the bottom of the 5th, and Jonah Heim, who had the 2-run double in the bottom of the 4th and scored a run, that comes up, and the first pitch he sees is inside and high for ball 1. It's a beautiful day over here in South Jersey. The weather's not supposed to be nice in Texas. In Arlington, Texas, that is. The 1-0 pitch is downstairs, and it's a changeup that's way out of the zone for ball 2. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Brogdon has 14 pitches so far. And the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. A 94-mile-per-hour fastball right down Broad Street. And Heim couldn't catch up to it. Two balls, 1 strike to Heim. And the pitch. It's downstairs. It was a changeup, and Heim decided not to bite. It was a good pitch, and it was a good thought, but it makes it a 3-1 count. Robbie Grossman on deck. He had a 3-run home run in his last at-bat. Heim ahead in the count. 3-1. And the pitch. That's swung on, hit to right field, and if it stays fair, it's gone. It just hooks foul. Not by much. Heim just missed a home run there. And he will go back to home plate, and it's a full count. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. It's been quite a game so far between both of these ball clubs. On opening day, and the payoff pitch. It's fouled off right behind the screen and goes out of play. The Rangers, they scored 9 runs in the bottom of the 4th. That's the most runs scored in an inning since September 2nd of 2018. That was against the Minnesota Twins. They got all 9 of those runs in the 6th inning. The payoff pitch by Brogdon. Swing and a tapper that goes over the third baseman's head, and it goes into left field. It was a liner, not a tapper. That was a line drive, and boom, just couldn't get to it. So a 1-out single, and the pitching woes continue today for the Phillies. I mean, Bohm just, that was not his fault at all whatsoever. He just couldn't reach up so high, and now Robbie Grossman comes up. A runner over at first, and 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Grossman lines it over to second base, and Bryson Stott tries to keep the runner over at first in check. And there's out number 2. You kind of wonder if Bryson Stott maybe should have fielded it. I mean, it was a tough play because it was hit so hard, but kind of wonder if maybe if he just would have knocked it down, just went for the double play, if that could have been probable. But now Brad Miller comes up. There's 2 outs and a runner over at first in the bottom of the 5th. And the first pitch he lays off. It was a changeup that goes out of the strike zone on the outside. Miller, the former Philadelphia Philly, called him Bamboo Brad. The 1-0 pitch to Miller, taken downstairs for ball 2. Oh my gosh, did that really just happen? Really? I can't believe I did that. 2 balls, no strikes to Brad Miller. Brogdon still out there on the bump for the Phillies. 7 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-0 pitch. It's on the outside corner for strike 1. A changeup coming in at 82 miles per hour. And Miller takes it right at the knees for a strike. Five seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 2-1 pitch to Miller. On the outside corner again, a cutter coming in at 89 miles per hour for strike 2. Great velocity on the pitches set by Brogdon in this at-bat. But can he finish the job? The 2-2 pitch to Miller. It's downstairs. It was a changeup that was way out of the zone for ball 3. Brogdon has had a couple of good stretches here, but you want to see him try to put Miller away. Payoff pitch coming in less than 5 seconds. And the payoff pitch. Swinging a foul ball over to third base, and it goes out of play again. That's the one thing, too, that you kind of wonder is because of the pitch timer, or the pitch clock, whatever you decide to call it, kind of wonder, because pitchers have to wind up quicker, if there's going to be more foul balls. And so far, that seems to be the case today. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the full count pitch. It's fouled off again, and it goes out of play towards the third base side. Brogdon with 27 pitches in 1 1/3 of an inning. Well, 1 inning. And time is called by Brad Miller. Almost said Brad Hand. I forgot Brad Hand's not even on the Phillies anymore. I forgot about that. Still a full count to Brad Miller. Rangers lead 9-6. A runner over at first in the payoff pitch. Miller lines that one over into the left center field gap, and it is going over the wall for a 2-run home run. It just got out of here. And Brad Miller doing some damage against his former ball club. It was 407 feet in proximity. And the exit velocity, that one just got out in a hurry. That was like a Chase Utley type of a swing. And he just got it out. Brogdon threw a pitch that was on the outside part of the plate. And it missed the strike zone. And now Rob Thompson's coming out there. And that'll do it for Connor Brogdon. Miller just, the extension of the hands on the barrel. Getting a good piece of it, and Brogdon's day is done. 11 runs have been surrendered by the Philadelphia Phillies pitching staff. And we're not even through the bottom of the 5th yet. The Phillies trail 11-6. And we'll get you a name on who's coming in just a few moments. Wow. I'm laughing because I wasn't expecting, I was actually expecting a pitcher's duel, and I know that the game has really picked up with the pitch timer, and it's just funny because my philosophy seems to be coming true about scoring a lot of runs. If you want more offense and you're getting rid of the shift, right, and you're making the base pass a little bit bigger, you're going to have the same problem still. You're still going to have long games. So if the goal is to speed it up, I don't understand. It's not rocket science. It's not, man. 125 subscribers on YouTube. Hopefully you're all doing well, and hopefully you're all having yourselves a great afternoon. Sorry that the Phillies are not taking care of business. Over the last 2 innings, the Rangers have scored 11 runs. 9 in the 4th and 2 so far here in the bottom of the 5th. The Phillies are having their 3rd pitching change on the day. Oh, boy. I have to get back to him. Whew. How many people do we have on here? We got 7 people watching. Cool stuff, man. 3 likes. All right, cool. All right, we're back on. Let me take a sip of water before the timer starts. So Andrew Vasquez will now come into the ball game. Last season, he pitched in 10 outings. He went 8 2/3 of an inning, only allowed 1 home run, and had an opposing batting average of 188. So hitters were hitting 188 off of him. It's 11-6 with nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th. There's 2 outs. And Thompson comes up, and the first pitch he sees, he flies it over towards foul territory, and Hall makes the catch. So 1 pitch, and that's the 3rd out in the bottom of the 5th inning. We go to the top of the 6th. Marsh, Turner, and Schwarber coming up for Philadelphia. Do they have a little bit more in them to score more runs? That remains to be seen. All right, I'm going to take a very quick step off. I need to stretch my neck really quickly here. So I will be right back. I promise you. There's the camera. Alrighty, we're back on here for Play-by-Play with JJ. I'm Jason Joseph, and I hope you're all doing well. Hopefully you're all having yourselves a great day. Opening day is today, and the Phillies, they started off very strongly with the bats, and Nola was cruising along throughout the first 3 innings, and then in the 4th inning, that's when the trouble began. They were up 5-0, and it's a 9-5 game, and or it was a 9-5 game, and now it's an 11-6 game. Here we go to the top of the 6th. Marsh coming up to the plate. I love you. Thank you for doing this. Yeah, no, I got you, man. I really appreciate you coming on here. First pitch to Marsh in this at-bat is taken outside, so Burke is still out there on the bump for the Texas Rangers. Grossman is coming into play left field. This is where I probably should have my scoreboard update over here because I can't see what's going on off the camera. The 1-1 pitch. So the first pitch was a strike, and the second pitch was a ball, and the next pitch is outside and low. A 95-mile-per-hour fastball. So 9-1-2 coming up for the Phillies. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Burke winds up and delivers the 2-1 pitch. And Marsh fouls it off right behind home plate. He stays alive. Marsh today with a triple and a double and a run scored and an RBI. So he's been seeing the ball very well against a team that he faced a lot last year. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A 95-mile-per-hour high cheese fastball that Marsh could not catch up to, and that's the second strikeout on the day for Burke. I mean, Marsh was hitting the fastballs a little bit earlier, but just couldn't keep up with it and went chasing after a high one. Trea Turner comes up. He was intentionally walked, but he also had a triple, and he scored a run as well. First pitch he sees in this at-bat is fouled off right behind the screen. 0-1 count to Trea Turner, who's making his Phillies debut in the pinstripes here on opening day. Burke gets set and winds up and delivers the 0-1 pitch. It's just a little bit up high. It was a changeup coming in at 88 miles per hour. And it's a 1-1 count. So Turner has been on base twice today. He also struck out in his first at-bat. And the 1-1 pitch, he lays it off as it was just a little bit high again. It was still an 88-mile-per-hour changeup, but that time it was a little bit more outside, but it was in the same vicinity, if you will. The 2-1 pitch to Turner, swing and a miss. So Burke came back with a 94-mile-per-hour fastball over the outside corner of the plate, and Turner swings and misses at it. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Burke gets the signs. He winds up and delivers the 2-2 pitch. Turner pops it up over towards shallow right center field. This is going to be a tough play, but coming in to make the catch is Garcia for out number 2. Garcia comes running in and made a nice little basket catch. And there's the second out of the inning. Schwarber will come up to the plate. Jonathan Hernandez is warming up in the bullpen for the Texas Rangers. So if Schwarber were to get aboard here, most likely Burke's day will be done. Wouldn't be surprising. Schwarber steps into the batter's box, and the first pitch he sees is swung on and missed for a strike. Schwarber did not time the ball perfectly. He was late on the pitch, and he was trying to swing for the fences. Burke lines up and delivers the next pitch. That time, he does not miss it, and it just hooks foul to left field. That was a cannon. I mean, he hit that one so hard that by the time it went into left field, when the camera just panned over there, it just hit the left field wall on the foul side. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Schwarber goes down swinging, so 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies in the top of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Phillies down 11-6. Oh boy, what do you guys think about? What do you guys think about Alec Bohm so far today? I mean, if there's any sort of positives, I think that he's been really good, and that makes me really happy that he's having a really good day. He's seeing the ball really well. He looks good. Like, I watched him in spring training, and I thought that he was a little bit more muscular. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that he gained some muscle, but when you hear it from people, it's one thing. But like when you actually see it, he looks really good. He just does. So, yeah, man. I think that this is that there are positives to take away, even though Nola ran into that 4th inning wall. Did I just say wall? I meant to say wall. Oh, man. For those of you that are new to my channel, before I take a sip of water, my name is Jason Joseph, okay? So I don't even know if I formally introduced myself to you guys because I know that this is a different audience. So, we've been going at this for 4 months, right? We started this up in December, and we've been doing play-by-play for Phillies. Well, this is our first Phillies game. We've been doing play-by-play for Patriots games, for Sixers games, And now we're doing it for Phillies games. So we're going to try not to miss as many Phillies games as possible. Now, I do have to warn you, because the Sixers are fighting for a playoff spot, obviously, since it's the end of their regular season, those games do take priority. So if, like on Sunday, that's a perfect example. Sunday, I will not be able to do the Phillies game because the Sixers play at 8 o'clock, and they take on the Milwaukee Bucks. If you want to tune into that cast, I will be casting that. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. That's going to be a big game. That's going to be fun, though. All right, 11-6 we go. You're in the bottom of the 6th inning, and I still didn't take my sip of water. All righty. Well, whatever. Semien comes up, and Vasquez back out there on the bump. He threw one pitch to get the final out in the bottom of the 5th inning, and Semien's first pitch he sees is taken inside for ball 1. Semien had a single back in the 4th inning, and he lays off on the second pitch, and that one is just over the middle of the plate. It was a curveball for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Vasquez not wasting any time here, and the 1-1 pitch goes a little sidearm, and it was just a little bit up high, a slider, and it makes it a 2-1 count. Vasquez with the next pitch. Swinging a pop-up. Semien got fooled. It goes right over home plate, and it just hits the netting. So it would have been a dead ball regardless, and the count is now tied up at 2 apiece. So I'll explain a little bit more about myself in just a little bit, but I got a little bit off topic. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a tapper over to third base. Bohm goes over to his left side, throws over to first, and it just gets past Derek Hall. But Semien will stay over at first base. Hall tried to dive for it. It was a tough play by Bohm, and honestly, with the way that it was hit, Semien would have been safe regardless, so they're probably going to rule it as just an infield single. Not such an easy play. It would have been a tough play because Semien was going down that line and hustling. So an infield single to start things off in the bottom of the 6th, and now Corey Seager, who has been one of the Phillies killers, comes up to the plate. And the first pitch he sees is at the knees for a strike. The Rangers are 29-1 when scoring 9 or more runs in an inning. The 0-1 pitch to Seager. It's just a little bit inside. A slider that just missed the strike zone. Not by much. Seager is 1 for 1 today. He scored 2 runs. He had a single and 2 walks. And the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off, and it goes over to the third base side and out of play. Phillies haven't beaten the Rangers since 2014. Yeah, that's a crazy stat, too. I'm happy that you brought that up. My parlays are printing money. The 1-2 pitch. It's fouled off again, and Seager slices it out of play. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. The Phillies were up 5-0, and that was erased by a 9-run bottom of the 5th inning, or 9-run bottom of the 4th inning, I should say, by the Rangers. The 1-2 pitch is outside and high for ball 2. So they're up 5-0 in the top of the 4th inning. And that has certainly changed. Now they're down by 5 runs. 2-2. Semien over at first base. He can fly. The 2-2 pitch is grounded over to second. This should be a double play. The throw over to shortstop. There's one. The throw back to first is in time. Bryson Stott making a good play. And how about Vasquez executing and making a good pitch out of it? So Stott had to just field it cleanly, and he did. It wasn't hit so hard over to him, but Turner making the catch over at second and throwing it over to first for a 4-6-3 double play. Now there's nobody on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And Lau will take the first pitch outside and low for ball 1. Nathaniel Lowe is 1 for 3 on the day. He had an RBI single back in the 4th inning and also scored a run. Came off of a really good season last year for the Rangers. 10 seconds left on the pitch timer. And the next pitch is outside and low again. A sinker coming in at 89 miles per hour. 2 balls, no strikes. Vasquez is going to have to reset here. 6 seconds left on the pitch clock, and now he has the glove on the ball. The 2-0 pitch is downstairs and low. So he has not found the strike zone in this at-bat, as there have been 3 straight balls delivered. It was a slider at 79 miles per hour. That was down low and outside. The 3-0 pitch. Outside, way outside it was for ball 4. It almost got past JT. So 4 straight balls after the ground ball double play delivered by Vasquez. And Vasquez will try to rub the rubber on his left hand. Try to get a better grip. Adolis Garcia comes up. He's 2 for 3. He had a 2-run single. He tried to turn it into a double, and that's what ended the 5th inning. And the first pitch he takes way outside. So 5 straight balls delivered by Garcia after the 4-6-3 double play. And now he has to try to find a rhythm. 1-0 pitch. And that is actually just on the inside part of the plate. Hopefully I didn't say Garcia. I meant to say Vasquez. 1 ball, 1 strike. The next pitch is down low. It's a slider that JT did a good job at blocking. 2 balls, 1 strike to Garcia. He's been destroying the Phillies today as well. The 2-1 pitch by Vasquez. It way inside. And Garcia had to get out of the way of it and jump out of it. And now it's a 3-1 count. Bottom of the 6th, here we are. 2 outs, a runner over at first. The Phillies down by 5. The 3-1 pitch to Garcia. Inside, on the inside corner, not by much. I mean, my goodness, it was a good slider, but Vasquez just got the call for a strike. Andrew Bellotti warming up in the bullpen for the Phillies. And the payoff pitch by Vasquez. That is swung on, hit out to deep left field. And getting underneath it to make the catch is Hall for out number 3. Or Jake Cave, that is. I mean, Adolis Garcia almost got a home run out of it. And now that'll do it here in the bottom of the 6th. And we go to the top of the 7th now. Phillies down by 5. Okay. Let me take a sip of water first, and then I'll explain to you who I am. Somebody was like the other day, that wasn't a sip, that was like a really big chug that you made, and I probably had that wasn't a chug, but this one. All right, so my name is Jason Joseph. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a broadcaster, right? I actually called minor league baseball games. I did games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who were the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals. I also had a really cool opportunity to call games for the radio station for the Wilmington Blue Rocks. Also the Delaware Bluecoats, who were the NBA G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. And so I graduated last year from Rowan University, and I had an internship at NFL Films this year in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, which is really local to where I am. And I got some really, really cool experience, but the thing was that as great of an experience as it was, I was really missing, calling games. So I said to myself, let's just make both things work out. Literally go on your laptop, right? And just start calling games, and don't necessarily have to have, the best equipment, but just get practice and just get reps, because as Scott Fransky, the Phillies radio baseball broadcaster, said to me, when I spoke to him and when I reached out to him, he told me that reps is what it's all about. That's the name of the game. So I wanted to come on here and, just get as many reps as possible, calling Sixers games, calling football games for the Patriots, and even though they only had 3 games, that was it. But we'll be doing a lot of Phillies games too, though. So that's who I am, and yeah. So if you enjoy my content, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching me on YouTube, if you're watching me on Twitter or Twitch or Facebook Live, you name it, you can also leave me a review and follow my pages on there as well. The social media pages are also down low in the description area, so you can take a look at that on any of the platforms that I'm on. And yeah, thank you. I see we just got another subscriber. JT sends that one out to center field. The first pitch he sees, it goes back to the wall, and it just leaps off the top of the wall. JT's rounded second. He's going over to third, and he starts things off with a stand-up triple. My gosh, they just came back. So Thompson almost made an unbelievable catch out in center field. They didn't even show that he just came in. First pitch, and it was a banger by JT, and it almost got out. Thank you so much for the subscription. I seriously do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thompson, man, if he would have timed it just a little bit more better, he would have maybe had a better play. But a leadoff triple, that's actually the third triple on the day for the Phillies. And they're losing by 5 runs. I wonder when that's happened. So Derek Hall steps into the batter's box, and the first pitch he sees is a high strike over the middle of the plate, coming in at 99 miles per hour. So Hall is 0 for 3 on the day. He fouled out, grounded out, and flew out. And the 0-1 pitch to Hall. Swing and a foul ball that goes right out of play. It was a tapper over to first base, and it's now an 0-2 count. So we got another subscription. Wow, thank you. All right. No balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez winds up and delivers the next pitch. And Hall does not bite as it is downstairs. It was a changeup coming in at 91 miles per hour. Andrew Bellotti warming up in the bullpen for Philadelphia as they trail by 5. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 10 seconds left on the pitch timer. A runner over at third, and that's JT Realmuto. Nobody out. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a grounder over to second base. That'll at least get a run home. But the throw over to first by Marcus Semien is in plenty of time, and now it's an 11-7 ball game. So Derek Hall is 0 for 4 on the day, but he grounded it over to second base. And Realmuto does score thanks to the ground out. So now that'll bring up Nick Castellanos, who's 2 for 3 on the day. He also had a really good throw out in right field to get Adolis Garcia out at second base. And the first pitch, he takes it right all the way for a strike. It was an off-speed pitch that landed right at the knees. No balls, 1 strike. 8 seconds left on the pitch timer. The Phillies now down by 4. Castellanos rips that one foul towards the third base side. And it makes it now an 0-2 count. I got to tell you that when I called games with the pitch timer last year for the Blue Rocks, I knew that it was a lot faster, but just like when you see it at the major league level, like the at-bats are quicker. The 0-2 pitch to Castellanos, up high and just a little bit out of the zone, a 98-mile-per-hour sinker. But the one good thing that I like about this is that I get to see how fast the pitches are. I get to see it up close, too. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hernandez with the 10 pitch of the at-bat. It's downstairs and low for ball 2. A slider at 87 miles per hour, and Castellanos laid it off. That's something that he didn't really do a whole lot of last year. 10 pitches in this inning. 1 out, nobody on. Phillies down by 4 in the top of the 7th. The 2-2 pitch to Castellanos. He lays it off again. It's outside, coming in at 99 miles per hour. So it was a count that Castellanos was behind on. He's worked his way back up to a full count now. Hernandez with 4 seconds left on the pitch timer. He has to get set really quickly, and he does. The 3-2 pitch is on the outside corner, called strike 3. A 98-mile-per-hour fastball that Castellanos took all the way right at the knees for a strike. How about that? And now there's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Castellanos decided not to go after it and took it all the way. I was thinking that maybe a fastball was coming. So Bryson Stott steps into the batter's box. And Stott's first pitch that he sees is fouled off towards the third base side, and it goes way out of play. Stott had a single back in the 5th inning, and he's 1 for 3 on the day. Yeah, man, I don't know why he took that pitch. I don't. 5 seconds left on the pitch timer. Hernandez with the 14th pitch in this game. A grounder over to first base, and Lau will just take it over to the bag as he gets there in plenty of time, and the Phillies go down. But they do score a run, and they get one back. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Phillies down 11-7. Wow. That was pretty quick after the triple by JT. I'm happy that they got that run back, though, because that was important to me. So, let me take a sip of water. Let me actually catch my breath. You know, the one thing that I always forget about, too, now when I'm doing these games and I'm not doing basketball is that during halftime, because there's a halftime, I take a break. With this, I'm not really taking breaks because there's no halftime. But I'm okay with it. I'll be honest with you. That pitch clock is really quick. It really is, man. Like, I've been telling people that, like, when I worked at, like, the minor league level, like, I literally saw it myself, and I'm thinking to myself, like, these games are going to go by so much quicker. And they really have been. And even though tonight it's been a slow one because my philosophy has been correct about increasing the offense, you know, the at-bats are quicker and there is more action. So if Rob Manfred wanted more action, right? If he was just like, okay, I want more action, then he's doing what he wants to do. But he wants the games to be quicker and he wants more offense. And that doesn't go hand in hand if you're getting, like, these types of high-scoring games. Yes, imagine a game with no offense. Dude, I mean, I'll tell you one thing. Okay, so I was doing a game last year, and I did the quickest game. I called it the quickest game ever. And honestly, like, I timed it from even... I timed it, and it was, I want to tell you, it was about an hour and 48 minutes. Going into the 9th inning. Going into the 9th, it was scoreless. And then what do you know? Both teams scored 5 runs in both innings and it went into extra innings. And those 5 runs by both teams, it was just, that took about another 45 minutes or so. So, but yeah, it was an hour 46 going into the 9th inning. I wonder if we see a 1-hour game this year. Could happen. I guess. A 1-hour... Actually, no. A 1-hour game, no. Because that would have to be, like... You'd also have to be, you know... I don't know. If it's like an hour 15, like... Maybe that's possible. An hour and a half? Maybe, but, like, I don't know. There's a lot of games, though, so, you know, 163 games for 30 ball clubs. So, I mean, the chances are 162. Why did I say 163? Am I really that out of it now? I don't know. It is possible, but I don't know. I don't know if it's likely. Jim Cass pitched a 1-hour, 30-minute game. Steve Carlton pitched a 2-hour game. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and look, the Cardinals game last year was really quick. I'm just saying that, like, you know, how often did that come by, like, over the last, like, 50 or so years? Like, you're basically just saying, well, yes, it's more probable that it will happen this year compared to the other years because of the pitch clock being implemented. I'm just saying, like, what were the chances of that happening before, you know? 5, 6, and 7 coming up for the Rangers. And Jung takes the first pitch downstairs as Bilotti comes into the ball game. Josh Jung on the day is 0 for 2. Had a nice play over at third base. And got on with a walk. The 1-0 pitch. Bilotti with 3 seconds left on the pitch timer. And he gets the windup off in just about 2 seconds left. And it misses anyways, so it's a ball regardless. 2 balls and no strikes. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. What time is it? It is currently 6:43 p.m. on the East Coast. 2-0 pitch. 94 miles per hour on the radar gun on the inside corner for a strike. Excuse me. So Bilotti comes in. 7 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-1 pitch to Jung. The windup, and it goes outside and low, and it gets right past JT. 3 balls and 1 strike to Josh Jung. He's 0 for 2 on the day, as I mentioned. The Rangers were down 5-0 going into the bottom of the 4th inning, for those of you that are just tuning in. And they scored 9 runs in that 4th inning, and they haven't surrendered the lead since. The 3-1 pitch, Jung fouls it off, and it goes right behind home plate, and it's a full count. So far, not so good, my guy. So far, it's been a disaster today. But it's just one game. The payoff pitch to Jung. Swing and a miss. Andrew Bilotti gets Jung to chase a high cheese fastball coming in at 95 miles per hour. And it might have just been a little bit out of the strike zone. But he got it to whiz right by him. Perfectly placed, and JT Realmuto put it in a good spot as well. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, and Heim steps into the batter's box, batting on the left side, and he takes the first pitch at the knees for a strike. A slider coming in at 85 miles per hour. So Heim today has a double, a single, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBI. The 0-1 pitch to Heim. He swings and grounds that one over to second base. Stotts goes over to his right side and throws a little lob pass over to first to get the second out. So they played him the pull, and it worked. And there's 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 7th inning. Robbie Grossman will now step into the batter's box. He hit a 3-run home run to tie the game in the bottom of the 4th. It was a 5-2 game, and then with 1 swing of the bat, he tied it up at 5 in knots. Bilotti gets set, kicks, and deals, and the first pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes, a 4-seam, 95-mile-per-hour fastball. That was nowhere near the strike zone. Phillies playing at Globe Life Field, the home of the Texas Rangers, in this home opener. Or in this season opener. Grossman takes the next pitch, which is an off-speed pitch, and it goes right at the knees for a strike. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 7th. And the 1-1 pitch, downstairs and inside for ball 2. A changeup hitting 90 miles per hour for a change. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I need to take a break after this. I think I'm going to take a quick step off after this inning's done. Just to drink water. The 2-1 pitch, downstairs and inside for ball 3. Another changeup, back-to-back changeups, that is for Bilotti. Brad Miller on deck had a 2-run home run in his last at-bat, which was in the 5th inning. Grossman ahead in the count 3-1. And the pitch with 1 second left on the pitch timer. And a check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, according to the third base umpire. It was a ball that was in the dirt. A slider. And Bilotti's windup hasn't started. He's been going like all the way down, utilizing as much time as he can. The 3-2 pitch, downstairs and inside for ball 4. It was a fastball that was nowhere near the strike zone. Bilotti has been like really taking his time and has been trying the patience of the pitch clock, if you will. Or the pitch timer. Do you guys say pitch timer or pitch clock? Let me know down below in the comments section. Brad Miller will now come up to the plate. And the first pitch he sees is a check swing foul ball towards the third base side, and it hits the net. So he's behind in the count, 0-1. You say pitch clock. Okay, I say pitch clock too. Because, like, that's what it's called. I don't like pitch timer. Even though I understand it is. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. And Miller swings and misses at the off-speed pitch. It was a slider nowhere near the strike zone, and he was fooled. No balls, 2 strikes. A runner still over at first base. 5 seconds still left on the pitch clock. And Bilotti throws back over to first base. And Grossman is safe. He just gets back there in time. There was 1 second left on the timer. No balls, 2 strikes to Brad Miller, the former Philadelphia Philly, known as Bamboo Brad. 12 seconds left on the pitch clock. And Bilotti with the windup. And a swing and a miss to Brad Miller for out number 3. So we go to the top of the 8th inning. Can the Phillies try to stretch home a couple more runs? That remains to be seen, but they trail 11-7 as we go to the top of the 8th. You'll be going to Saturday and Sunday's game? Yeah, man. Oh, wow. So are you in Texas? Wow, that's cool. All right. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. I need to take a quick step off and just get some water and stretch. All right, there we go. All right, now we're back. All right, so I moved down here in 2015 and haven't seen the Phillies win since then. Yeah, that's right, because it's been 9 in a row, you said. Yeah, that's right. What's going on, guys? Hello. Hi, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you're new to my channel and if you do enjoy Philadelphia Phillies baseball, or if you enjoy Sixers basketball, if you also enjoy Patriots football, if you happen to enjoy that, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell icon too, so that way you know when I go live. We'll be back on tomorrow for the Sixers-Raptors game, and then we'll be back on Saturday afternoon for the Phillies Rangers game. And then Sunday we'll have to bite the bullet and just do the Sixers game, because that will interfere with the Phillies night game. Bohm comes up into the batter's box. He's 3 for 3 on the day. He takes the first pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Hernandez still out there on the bump for the Rangers. And the 0-1 pitch to Bohm. It just took a wicked hop as it didn't even hit the ground right even before home plate. And it's a 1-1 count. Bohm has singled, doubled, and homered. And the 1-1 pitch. He fouls it off. And it's a 1-2 count now. So he needs a triple to get the cycle. I believe he would be the first Philly to get the cycle on opening day. I have to double check that. I feel you. The 1-2 pitch to Bohm. Swing and a miss. A 98-mile-per-hour sinker that he goes chasing out of the strike zone on the outside. It was way outside and just could not get a hold of it. Phillies down to their last 5 outs. They trail by 4 runs. Hernandez still out there on the bump for the Rangers. So that'll bring up Jay Cave Cave 0 for 3 on the day. Takes the first pitch way outside for a ball. 97 miles per hour on the gun. Hernandez has really been firing. 1 ball, no strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch timer. And that pitch is way outside for ball 2. 6 seconds left on the pitch timer. And the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a long drive to center field. It's going back to the warning track. And making the catch at the center field wall is Thompson. He just took away an extra base hit to Jake Cave, and maybe that could have been a home run. Wow, he leapt up there. He leapt up there and just got right off of his feet to make an incredible acrobatic catch at the wall. I don't know if that would have gotten out, but that was certainly extra bases with the way it was hit off the bat, and Thompson just made an incredible catch. And that's 2 outs. Marsh takes the first pitch in this at-bat outside for a ball. 22 pitches by Hernandez in this game so far. And Marsh will ground that one over to first, towards the line, and low, takes it to the bag for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Thompson, who made the nice catch out in center field, will be leading things off to start the bottom of the 8th, as 9, 1, and 2 are coming up for the Rangers. Whew. Let's get the iPad open. I should have probably had that open a while ago. But that's fine. Actually, I'm not going to do that. Next time I do this, I'm actually going to get my scorecard, and I will actually start keeping score, because that's how it should be done. And I don't really always like looking at the iPad, too, even like when I'm doing Sixers games, because the ESPN play-by-play is always a little bit ahead. And sometimes, like, since everything's happening so fast, I have to kind of rely on it at times, because if there's something that the camera doesn't pick up for basketball, I have to go to that as another thing, as another source. But, yeah, man. All right. In case you're new to my channel, first of all, this is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hello, my name is Jason Joseph. And if you enjoy my Philadelphia Phillies play-by-play commentary, even though we got off to a really slow start trying to figure out this score bug and all that sort of stuff, some things I still have to play around with, as there's a couple of aesthetic things that I'm not necessarily pleased with. But I will do that probably a little bit later tonight. But if you do enjoy my play-by-play commentary, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and hit the notification bell icon too, so that way you know when I upload. PP, Phillies all the way. Yeah, man. I know. I'm so happy opening day is finally back. The bullpen hasn't looked so good, but hey, the offense, I think, there's been a lot of pluses, you know. So, I mean, Thompson, what a nice catch that was at the center field track to rob Jake Cave on extra bases. All right, so we have a new pitcher coming into the ball game. As Thompson tries to bunt at the first pitch, it will be Matt Strahm. So Strahm has 50 games under, he had 50 games under his belt last season with a 3.83 ERA, 44 2/3 of an inning of work, and he had 52 strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. It was at the top of the strike zone. And now it's a 1-1 count. So Bubba Thompson, the center fielder for the Texas Rangers, 0 for 1 on the day as he fouled out in his first at-bat. And the 1-1 pitch, he takes it on the inside corner, a four-seam fastball coming in at 95 miles per hour on the radar gun for strike 2. Texas haunts me to this day if we didn't give up 9 runs. I know, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Here in the bottom of the 8th. And the 1-2 pitch is fouled off right behind home plate. An 86-mile-per-hour slider that just was hung on by Thompson. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch. It'll be popped up towards the infield. Bryson Stott steps on the dirt, and he makes the catch for the first out of the 8th inning. The Phillies are down by 4. They're hoping to try to get these final 2 outs and try to start a rally in the 9th inning. Marcus Semien will come up and the top of the lineup as we flip the lineup card. Semien comes back up. And Semien takes the first pitch inside and low for ball 1. Semien on the day 2 for 4 with 2 singles, a run, and a stolen base. He's playing over at second base. Seager playing over at shortstop. And the 1-0 pitch. Just below the knees for a ball. So 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out. Nobody on here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the next pitch is way inside. A 95-mile-per-hour fastball that almost hit the jersey of Semien. Strom has not found the strike zone in this at-bat so far. And Seager waits on deck. He's 1 for 2 on the day. But he's gotten on base 4 times. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And Semien gets the green light and swings and fouls the next pitch off. And it ricocheted off of the helmet of JT and I believe the home plate umpire. But everybody seems to be okay. So it's a 3-1 count now, and Strom takes a quick step off the mound. Let's see. We need our superstar back. Yeah, man, we do. We lost the Super Bowl and the World Series. And don't forget about the Union, my guy. 3 balls and 1 strike. Semien lines the next pitch foul, and it goes out of play towards the third base line. There's Scott Fransky. Scott Fransky. I love Scott Fransky. They're all waving to the cameras. Alrighty, the 3-2 pitch. Strom puts it up and gets Semien to chase after it. A high cheese fastball coming in at 98 on the radar gun. Greg Murphy also waving hi to the camera too. But there's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. A great pitch by Strom to just get Semien to go after it. It was a gamble. He was behind in the count 3-0 and worked his way back up and got Semien to strike out. Here comes Corey Seager, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. It was an 85-mile-per-hour slider that was high in the zone, but it was towards the outside part of the plate. I feel you on that. The 0-1 pitch, outside and low again. A curveball coming in at 85 miles per hour. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 8th inning. Rangers lead by 4. 11-7. Strom with the 1-1 pitch. Just a little bit outside. A 96-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. And Seager lays it off. Globe Life Field is just absolutely gorgeous. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch is foul-tipped into the glove, but it's a strike. And now it's a 2-2 count. I mean, like, the turf looks really good. Strom winds up and delivers the 2-2 pitch. A dribbler back to Strom as he utilizes his athleticism and throws it over to the mound, or to first base in time for out number 3. So Strom went over to his right side and fielded a nice ground ball. It was a comebacker that he just got to. And that'll do it in the bottom of the 8th. Can the Phillies try to come back? They have one more opportunity as we go to the top of the 9th inning. Oh, boy. I love Globe Life Field. It also looks like a big Texas barn. It does. It looks gorgeous. It looks so freaking cool. Alrighty. For those of you that are new to my channel, first of all, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I'm from South Jersey. I've been calling baseball games. This is my first one that I've been doing on this channel. But I called games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, or the High A affiliate of the Washington Nationals. And I also did Delaware Blue Coats games. And I graduated last year from Rowan University. So if you do enjoy my play-by-play commentary, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Be sure to also hit the notification bell icon too, so that way you know when I upload. And happy opening day. We're doing Sixers tomorrow night. We got the Sixers-Raptors coming up, so that'll be a good game to call. And then we're back at it on Saturday afternoon for Game 2 of this series. But we will not be doing the Game 3 finale because we got a Sixers game that night as the Sixers take on the Milwaukee Bucks. And that's going to be a huge game, but we'll be back at it on Monday as the Phillies will play and start a new series against the New York Yankees, the Bronx hitters. So that'll be fun as well. Busy time of the year. Alrighty, we go to the top of the 9th inning. The Phillies are going to have their last chance to come up and try to tie it here. They trail 11-7. Jose Leclerc, the closer for the Texas Rangers, comes into the ball game. He was 7 of 9 last year in save opportunities with a 2.83 ERA. He also had 41 strikeouts. And not too many innings, but he came on as the closer at the end of last year, and now the top of the lineup comes back up for the Phillies, which is the good news. Trea Turner will lead things off. 1, 2, 3 coming up for Philadelphia. So Turner with the first pitch, he lifts it out to right field. It's in shallow right field, and getting underneath it to make the catch is Semien for out number 1. So he got a fastball right over the middle, and Semien called off Lau over at first base as he took a few steps over to the outfield grass, and there's 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 9th inning. We're just at the 3-hour mark right now. Kyle Schwarber steps into the batter's box for the Phillies. He's 0 for 4 on the day, and the first pitch he sees is at the knees for a strike. A cutter coming in at 89 miles per hour. Schwarber still in the batter's box. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch is inside. So that's now a 1-1 count. So Kyle Schwarber. One ball, one strike to Schwarber, and the next pitch is just on the outside corner. And if you look at StatCast, I mean, that pitch was not even, I mean, it was close, but it wasn't, it was definitely outside. But Schwarber is now down 1-2 on the count. Pitch timer back on. 10 seconds left. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a pop-up towards the infield. Schwarber just not so happy with himself on the day. And Semien makes the second catch in this inning. And the Phillies are finally down to their final out. He literally just yelled, "Damn it." Alrighty. Go close it out, Texas. Man, we got some Rangers fans here in the chat. Okay, cool. Rangers fans are on their feet. JT Realmuto, it comes down to him. The first pitch in this at-bat is on the outside. Oh, it just misses the plate. Not by much. It's a 1-0 count. JT Realmuto ahead 1-0. He's 2 for 4 on the day. A double, a triple, a run scored, and the stolen base. And the 1-0 pitch is outside again for ball 2. A four-seam fastball coming in at 94 miles per hour. What's going on, man? If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Still have one more out to go. 2-0 to JT. And the next pitch, that's lifted towards left field, and it'll drop in for a base hit. So JT Realmuto keeping the Phillies alive as he puts up a little flare to left field, and he's now 3 for 5 on the day. So now the inning continues. Derek Hall steps into the batter's box, 2 outs in the top of the 9th. The Phillies had a 5-0 lead that was erased as the Rangers scored 9 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. And they have not trailed since then. Hall comes up. Leclerc on the bump for Texas. And the first pitch. It's outside and low for ball 1. And JT does take second base on the defensive indifference. And he will be in scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes to Derek Hall. And the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on an 88-mile-per-hour changeup. Hall's 0 for 4 on the day. He's tied up in the count at 1-1. Leclerc gets set, lines up, and delivers the next pitch. Just a little bit down low and maybe a tad bit outside for ball 2. Hall decided not to bite. 11 pitches in the inning so far for Leclerc. And the 2-1 pitch. Hall holds his swing and takes it inside for ball 3. A 95-mile-per-hour fastball. Phillies down to their final out. 3 balls, 1 strike. Leclerc with the 3-1 pitch. It's popped up in foul territory, and it just goes out of play. So the Phillies are down to their final strike. Nick Castellanos is on deck for the Fightins. Crowd standing on their feet here in Arlington, Texas. Leclerc with the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Back towards the net. It was a slider coming in at 85 miles per hour. And he just fouls it off. Hall still alive here in the count. JT over at second base. Phillies down to their final strike. They trail 11-7. And the payoff pitch again. He takes it downstairs for ball 4. A changeup at 88 miles per hour, and Derek Hall gets on base for the first time tonight. So Leclerc with 15 pitches. Started off really strong, getting the first 2 outs. And now Nick Castellanos steps into the batter's box. Castellanos 2 for 4 on the day. And the first pitch he sees, he swings and misses at the slider way out of the strike zone. 82 miles per hour on the gun, and he was totally fooled. Leclerc lines up and delivers the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss again, another slider. Back-to-back sliders. That time it was just in the strike zone. And the Phillies once again are down to their final strike. Tying run is on deck. 15 seconds left on the pitch timer. Leclerc gets set, kick steals, and the 0-2 pitch is outside and high for ball 1. 94 miles per hour on the radar gun by Leclerc. And Castellanos keeping the at-bat alive. Five seconds left on the pitch timer. Leclerc lines up and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Castellanos doesn't bite again. It's way outside and low for ball 2. Whew. Phillies still trying to fight in this game, and they're not going away without a fight. Runners over at first and second. 2 outs, and the Phillies still down to their final strike. Leclerc with the 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? They say no. Wow. It was a fastball that was on the out. It was just on the. It just missed the outside corner. It was a moving fastball coming in at 95, and Castellanos, they said that he did not go. Wow. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. And Castellanos goes down swinging, and the Phillies lose by a final score of 11-7 here on MLB opening day. Give a lot of credit to the Texas Rangers. Jose Leclerc, he got into a little bit of trouble, and he came in to close the door in the 9th inning. And Castellanos goes down swinging. So Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler, not Zach Wheeler. Jacob DeGrom didn't even last 5 innings for either team. And Robbie Grossman, the player of the game, had the 3-run tying home run in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the Rangers are 1-0 on the season, and the Phillies will be back at it and get another chance on Saturday afternoon at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time once again. So what an opening day it was for both teams, and for the Phillies, well, they put up 7 runs, but they end up losing by a score of 11-7. A lot to talk about with Aaron Nola. He started off really strong in those first 3 innings, and then it was just in the 4th inning where he gave up 9 runs. He gave up 5 runs in that 5th inning, and it was a 9-run 4th inning. There we go. Alrighty, so that's going to wrap things up here. We'll be back at it on Saturday afternoon. And again, in case you're tuning into my channel for the very first time, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I really appreciate you guys for coming on here. We'll be doing another Phillies game Saturday afternoon for Game 2 of this 3-game set, and we'll also be back tomorrow for the Sixers game. So if you do like basketball and if you want to hear me come on and talk about some Sixers basketball, come on here and come join the crew, man. So thank you all so much for tuning in. You guys are the best. I love you all so much, and I will catch you all on the next one.